He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he.
Totally forget about it, like, oh my god, I didn't even think about that? Or do you know that you need to have it, put it somewhere, and then just forgot to
put it in?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I am.
They've both happened. Yes. And there's this checklist you go through where it's like, for example, last time I went over there, undies, socks, shoes, shirts, pants, dressy stuff, I got it all, did the checklist.
Okay.
What I forgot is that every morning there's all these little canals and stuff in Leeds where we stay. And so every morning we walk like 2 miles, just morning walk, coffee, whatever, breakfast, going to work. That's just the three of us go do that. Guys I go over there with. And I was like, I forgot like actual regular shoes. And like all of my pants were like, because it was winter, there's no shorts. So like all my pants were like either jeans or dress pants. I'm like, you got to have like a pair of sweats or two. You know what I'm saying? So I'm walking and there's nothing like, look, you can walk in jeans.
Yeah. It's
not my favorite thing though. Not that long. But this time, and I'm a chronic overpacker. Chronic, because I do forget things. And it's always like, well, I'm going to need that 12th pair of socks.
It's one bag for you, right?
I'm attempting to dazzle Dave.
You bringing your dresser?
Okay, full disclosure, this time is different. We always stay in the same hotel over there, right? And I found out at the end of I found two things out at the end of the trip. Number one, instead of staying in like the regular hotel room, right? Nothing special, just regular hotel room. Think about a regular hotel room. That's what it is.
Just don't forget to use your key to turn on the electricity in your room.
Right. No, for real. And I hate that so much. But we got to know the bell guy there, super cool. And he's like, oh, we have these new rooms. You should check them out. Because I'm always, going downstairs and whatever. And there's like, it's the same room, except there's a whole patio with like a couch, table, chairs, a retractable roof, a heater. It's insane. Same price. You just have to ask for it. They just started them like 6 months ago. So this time I was like, I want that room. Got Absolutely. That room. No problem. The other thing is because we stay at this hotel, again, found this out at the end of the trip last time. Excuse me. Same guy was like, we have this thing where if you want to leave stuff here, you can. And we have a big storage area. So you leave it, I guess you leave your whatever you're going to leave there. And then they put it in a hanger box section. I don't know what the hell they do with it. But then their whole thing is like, and then let us know when you're coming back and it'll be in your room when you get here. I'm like, are you kidding me? That's insane. That's amazing. So I'm leaving. I'm packing 2 extra suits and 2 extra pairs of shoes that I'm going to leave there this time so that in the future I don't have to pack as much. I have a full size 53.5 pounds as I weighed it yesterday. The limit's 55. Roll
bag, yeah.
Well, it's not. I know you know what I mean,
Yeah.
but it's a roll case.
Like a suit bag?
No, this is like a rolling, like full on, like hard shelled. It's not a suitcase. I don't know what the hell you call it. It's like a big, you know, what I'm talking about. It's a big square. It's
Yeah,
not
but
square, but
it would it. Well, I guess why I'm saying suit bag. That's not maybe. But would you put suits in it?
no,
And it still rolls.
That's another thing.
Okay.
So I have. This is for like the most of my. This is like clothes, pants, shirts,
Suitcase.
Yeah, I feel like. Why do I feel like when you say suitcase, like it's got a handle and you take it to work?
Well, that and you can roll it.
Yeah.
To work.
Yeah,
Briefcase.
But you know what I'm talking about, right? Luggage
Yeah.
thing. Luggage.
So you have 2 of those, or that
No,
and another bag?
I just have. So I said just have. I have. Oh, okay. Sorry, this won't work for everybody home. It's like the black version of that. Don't isolate that, please. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So what
Ginormous suitcase.
lightweight luggage with double spinner wheels, hard shell.
It's a suitcase.
Okay, it's a suitcase. So I have that. And then I have this, I guess you'd call it, it's a traveling garment bag for suits. So you lay your suits and your dress shirts in there, and then it like folds in half.
Yeah.
And then clips. So it's like a duffel bag. Now.
Okay, but it's a more of a
it is
handheld one.
It is a handheld duffel bag.
Because I have one like that. That's like that, but it's big, but it's like a suitcase.
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
sense.
Okay.
So it's a much bigger version where you could put your suits and everything else.
Yeah,
in there.
yeah.
So that'd be it's a big. Yeah.
You technically there are places for shoes in there, but I wear a size 15 and they don't fit. So it's suits and all my dress
So
shirts.
you're gonna leave your stuff there?
No, not all of it.
No, but I mean,
Yes, I'm going to leave the suits,
Mm-hmm.
the suits and the dress shirts and the dress shoes I'm bringing. And
if you keep losing weight,
these are actually, I just got them because I've been losing weight.
okay.
So I haven't worn them yet. Well, I've worn
You
them
won't
like
need
when
them here.
what I figured was because weirdly enough, I have like 5 suits and I never wear suits, right? Except when I'm over there. So I'm going to have the ones here like taken. I went to go have these taken in. They're almost as much as a new suit. I'm like, I don't want to spend all that money, right? So
I got a lady for you, cash only.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, you do though? Or are you making a joke? Do
No,
you?
yeah, I do.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm a huge fan of cash only.
Yeah.
So big rolly bag,
Garment bag,
backpack, second blue large duffel bag. Okay, but hold on a second.
You're a bin hog.
This is no. This is this has my all the radio equipment in it. That because I'm doing shows from over there. So it has the roadcaster, the microphone, headphones, computer, like it has all that, and then a couple of, I filled it with a couple of jackets and stuff. So there's that, and then I have
That's where you're gonna forget something.
and then I have my backpack. So I technically have 4 pieces of luggage.
Like a wire or an adapter.
Okay, so look, I don't want to jinx it, dude, but you're right, and that is a weakness of mine. So what I do is, I know this sounds stupid. When I pack, before I pack the radio gear, like if we're going on a trip or something, I set it up at the table and get it to work and test it, and then I just back my way out and everything. So it's like, okay, I got my computer, I got the USB connector because Apple is stupid. I got the roadcaster, the headphones, the extender, the power. One time I forgot my computer charger. Like what a moron. So I have technically 4 pieces of luggage.
So when you get picked up on the other end and you're not the only one traveling,
Yeah.
it's like, oh wow, Dave's got 4 bags.
Oh, I'm gonna get some crap. I always do.
Yeah.
I do they know. But my built-in excuse is, well, hold on, guys. I'm bringing a whole radio command center. Number 1. Number 2, my backpack's gonna come on the plane with me.
Right.
That'll be my carry-on. I'm gonna check those 3, so I don't have to worry about it. And then
you're streamlined.
Then I'm straight. Then I'm dialed. Then as long as all the luggage, and that's the other thing because we leave like 5:30 tonight out of SFO to Dublin. and that's a 10-hour shot, and then Dublin to Leeds is like hour 15 or something. So that's always the one I worry about. And the second leg's really weird because you board and deplane like in the middle of the runway, like one of those where like you go up the steps.
Yeah.
It's not like the little hangar, whatever you call it, where you walk down the hallway and all that. But what always stresses me out more than anything is I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do on the plane? Right. And like, oh my God, what if they have like an internet problem? Like there's no, or like their in-flight entertainment. So, like you can't raw dog a 10-hour flight. You can. I can't. I would go absolutely insane. So what do? I go, I can't. This, if I was like other people who are awesome, we take off at like 5:45. We're at cruising altitude probably by 6. They serve the meal probably around 7. Eat, maybe turn on a movie, watch some TV. Maybe there's a ball game. Well, there is a ball game. Maybe about 9:30, 10 o'clock, normal bedtime. All right. Wake up, full night's sleep because you're what now? You're, let's say 4 hours. So you've got 7 hours left.
Yeah.
They always wake you up like a half hour or hour before you land. That's fine. So, okay, you get 6 hours. Flight's over.
Yeah.
Land, you're dialed, nice sleep. It's going to be whatever. We leave tonight. It'll be whatever on Thursday. We arrive in Leeds at 4:30 England time, which is 8 hours ahead. That would be the way to go. I can't sleep on planes, dude. I have tried. So I can fall asleep on a plane.
Yeah.
And I will.
Asleep.
And then 10 minutes later, tiny little bump. Ah!
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm not used to feeling drops in altitude, no matter how slight they are, in my sleep. I jump up, and now my adrenaline is going so hard. I'm awake. That's my sleeping. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna download. I know. I'm gonna watch that. I haven't dug into. I started to last night with Mason, but I'm going to dig into the basketball show with Domantas Sabonis.
Oh, Starting Five.
Yeah, Starting Five. So download that. That's cool. Hey, the Penguin. Everyone says that's cool. I'm going to download the Penguin. Okay, I'm going to watch the Penguin. What was the other one? And of course I download like 10 West Wings because I can fall asleep. I've seen that's my fall asleep show, so I don't have to pay attention to that. But then it's like video games. So Chris's dumbass turned me onto this thing that I don't know if I can. It's a way to find old video games and put them on your phone. Well, I have like dove in hard. So now I have my phone loaded up with like Mike Tyson's Punch Out and Excite Bike and Galaga and all that. So I'm going to play some video games. I also have some games on my computer as well. And got all this stuff set up and I just totally overpacked. Like, it's funny because I actually have this. I have a plug-in box that I'll plug in at my seat, which has 2, 4, 6, 8 plugs, 3 USBs, and one of the little USBs, so I can charge my phone. Because of course I'm going to need that, Jason.
Yes.
So
you can plug that in.
Yeah, you plug it in, and it basically looks like Darth Vader's bathroom in my little thing because my computer will be out charging that. I'm charging this. I'm charging a PlayStation controller. Why? Because maybe I want to play on my whatever. I have something called a Steam Deck, which has video games. So here's my dock for it and all that. I've got what the hell is this? Oh, hey, computer charger, computer there too. And then, you never know when I'm going to need this pill I haven't taken in forever, and some Advil, and these pills, and hey, some amoxicillin I picked up in Mexico because I had a toothache, and that's I have 3 of these battery chargers. But why do I have a battery charger if I have I don't know. Maybe the power goes out. Gonna need a charger. Tic Tacs, adapters. Thumb drive? Why? Tums? HDMI cable. Why do I need an HDMI cable, Jason? I don't know.
Do you have an empty seat next to you?
There's no seat next to me.
Or are you in one of those little
little cubbies?
Yeah,
and,
okay.
So
you won't be bothering others with all your
I
garage sale in your backpack.
I know we have to break here. I will tell you this. I know this is probably really hard to believe. I swear to you, it's true. I would say I'm an absolute dream. If you're going to sit next to somebody on a plane, it should be me. I am psychotic about not bothering anyone and like being super extra polite. Yeah. Like I don't do weird foot things. I don't even when I eat, like I'm super conscientious of like keep your mouth closed, like all the stuff you go through that you probably don't like. I hate people like you see the videos and stuff and people are just like, I'm going to put my bare feet up on the wall and this and that, whatever. I
usually put them around the seat in front of me, on the armrest,
and like need with a K there.
Yeah, I bring the the bubble wrap.
I just pop it like very slowly.
Yes, one by
one.
Oh,
and then almost forgot this. This is
what is that? Are you flying the plane?
You put your phone in there, turn it sideways, and it turns into a little handheld video game system for all the iPhone games.
Okay.
Why am I?
You've got a lot of gadgets.
Dave showed me that.
He made
uncontrollably. I just went,
Was that before the show?
Yeah, that's the noise he made.
I heard that noise.
That's the noise
what's happening there.
I was like, that's Chris's. Anyway, ready to go, Jason.
Looks like you are.
And I'm still going to forget something.
And I forgot my socks.
I have a Best Buy in my backpack, and I'm still going to forget something. Much like the Kings have forgotten to shoot 3 pointers.
And free throws and regular twos.
They were at 40-something% in like middle towards the end of the first quarter. And then that didn't stick around. So we'll talk about that. They're 0-4. Is it time to panic? I don't know. Do you know? I don't know either. But I don't like it. We got that. We got Coach Tim Plough, UC Davis, coming in, doing his spot at 6:44. And coming up at 9, Emil Fragoso, not a snack. We got a full show for you. So sit back, relax. It's Dave, it's Jason, it's Chris. We're right back with Leading.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at PowerCopier.com.
What sets Ashton & Price apart from other injury law firms? I'll tell you. From beginning to end, all important legal decisions are made directly between our clients and their experienced local attorney. A gate agent flying the plane, the receptionist performing surgery, not a chance. There's simply no substitute for the unique power of the direct attorney-client relationship offered by Ashton & Price. And there's never a fee until we win, and between you and me, we win a lot.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Check out Sacramento State football this Saturday, 6 p.m. versus Weber State.
Let's do it. Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
In-ball man in the front court. All other teammates in the back court. This time, 3 in the front court. Inbounds pass to Fox. Here's a deep straightaway 3 off the heel. No good. For the tie. Fox had a great look. It was out there in 30-plus foot range, but it was off the iron, and the Kings remain winless in the preseason. Utah squeaks out the victory by 3, 117-114.
Yeah. I mean,
panic.
Panic at the Disco.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. It's taking every bone. I'm the panic guy, and it's taking every bone in my body. It's preseason. It's preseason now. If we start out 1-3, 0-4, 0-5, 2-6, something like that, then we'll point back to this.
Like there were breadcrumbs there.
They're playing hard. They're playing a lot of minutes.
Is that worse?
It kind of is.
Yeah.
It actually kind of is. What I'm choosing to try to hold on to is it's preseason.
Yeah.
They're missing threes. This is a good 3-point, good enough 3-point. They're not going to shoot 21% or whatever the hell for the whole season. And you did that, and you still had it. You were very, very close yesterday.
Yeah.
Utah's not a great team, but now there's Portland.
Right. Right.
And if you're going to have, how's this one? If you're going to have issues, have them now.
That I would agree with.
Have them right now.
I agree with that 100%. You just wonder, are they bigger issues? And I don't know that I'm like looking at this and going, man, this team is a mess. That's not it. But it's like, maybe they're not a good shooting team. Maybe they're not.
Right.
I don't know that that's the case. But I did say that last year. I thought they took way too many threes and thought they were a better 3-point shooting team than they were. Now it's not the volume of them per se. They're just not making them consistently.
Yeah, they're not. And
in the first couple games, you can write that off going, look, the starters played half the game. They look great. Now the bench didn't play very well. Okay, that's fine. That's not going to be the way it is in the regular season. The starters played. They played that game to win that game, and they did not.
Yeah. They're too talented and good on paper. They're too talented and good. It doesn't make a ton of sense. But again, it's preseason.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like the guy rocking back and forth in the straitjacket going, it's preseason. It's preseason.
Everything's going to be okay.
Everything's going to be fine.
Just
okay. And I'll say the one thing about preseason is, yeah, it is, but also now I'm going into the regular season. I'm going into the regular season not excited, nervous, but again, I have to keep saying this: the Cavs, the Mavs, the Nuggets, and the Kings are a combined 0-13 in the preseason. Makes me feel better.
Yeah, and I haven't seen them play their games, but I'm not really worried about those teams for the regular season. Right?
No.
But it is different when you watch the games of your team and you see them play and you see what's right, what's wrong, that kind of stuff.
Well, we'll talk about it.
Yep.
And yeah, can we just have a fun season, please? Can we just have a fun season and make the second round or more of the playoffs?
Okay.
Win 50 games and just can we?
I'm attempting to dazzle Dave.
Just have that. That's not like Boston's like, we got to win 60 and repeat.
Right. Exactly.
Golden State's like, we have to win a championship because everyone's old. LeBron's like, I'm
one last chance.
One last chance. Like New York is like, we are loaded. We've got it. Like all these teams that have all this insane expectation and pressure. And we're like the starving kids eating saltines, and we're like, can we just have like a McDonald's cheeseburger?
Yeah.
We're good with that.
Right.
We don't need Ruth's Chris. We don't. We just want a cheeseburger. Like, and we'll take it from fast food. Like, that's fine.
Right.
Can we just not eat crap again? I mean, happy 40th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to celebrate our birthday.
Cut number 2.
Cut number 2.
Yeah, we're back, man. We're back. You know, I'm feeling great, man. Feeling great. Getting, I was working with the staff over in Vegas the whole time, and they got me back right. So, fortunately, I'll be able to roll. And I'm sure there's a few new, little nuances, but for the most part, a lot of the same verbiage. Still the same OG right here, so should be able to pick up where we left off.
Oh, the staff in Vegas got him right. The hamstring's good. He's good to go.
Good
to go this Sunday night.
Good to go. He's
good for him.
It really is. Like, we haven't talked enough about the medical aspect of this. Like, how lucky is that for the Jets that Davante has a hamstring injury and he gets traded and it's healed?
The magic hands of Aaron Rodgers.
Right? Did he pour things like
he poured some sugar on it?
He poured some sugar on it. He burnt some sage and rubbed it on his thigh and Davante was like, ow, that burns.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, sorry. Yeah.
There we go. But I'm good. I can run again.
He did the Mr. Miyagi.
Yes.
That's what he did. And miraculously, Davante Adams, there should be like a way to get your money back for those games if you're the Raiders. I'm on the Raiders side for that one. Like, you just, I'm not saying he faked an injury.
Give us that hamstring back.
That's right. Like, look, you want to sit out fine, but you don't get paid for these games.
Yeah.
If you're legit injured, that's one thing. The problem is you can't tell somebody their hamstring isn't injured. You can tell them if the bone's broken or not. But
they were hamstrung.
They were hamstrung. Davante Adams is now a New York Jet.
Yep.
Also, because it's trade time.
Yeah.
Amari Cooper.
That came out of nowhere.
Yeah, he'd been kind of rumored. There had been talks about him moving somewhere.
Right.
And the Bills were actually one of the teams that were named as a sneaky destination for Davante Adams. Here's what I'll bet happened. I'll bet you the Bills 100% offered at least what the Jets offered. And I think it was just, they called Davante. He's like, I want to play with Aaron Rodgers.
Exactly.
And so they said, okay, well, we're all right. Well, we don't want you here disgruntled. We want you gruntled.
Yeah.
So then you go out and you grab Amari Cooper, and you know what? I like that for them. I love the fact that, look, you lost Stephon Diggs. Keon Coleman's going to be great in this league, but he's just not there yet. Dalton Kincaid's a fine target. But now you have Amari Cooper, who is not 25 anymore, but his Amari Cooper strength, I don't think was ever really his blowaway speed. Right. Amari Cooper's strength is he's maybe the best pure route runner in the league, certainly up there.
And still doing that well, good hands, will catch the important passes.
Yes.
It's a good addition.
Absolutely. It's a great addition for the Bills. They get Cooper and a 2025 sixth round pick. They trade a third round pick and a seventh round pick. So in effect, it was like a 2 3/4 or 3 3/4 pick or whatever you want to call it for Cooper. And we'll talk about it in a little bit later and around the NFL at 7:43. But are the Browns, no pun intended, punting? And if that's the case, is it a yard sale?
Yeah.
And if it's a yard sale, they got some pieces. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Really, really quick. Cut number 3.
Cut number 3.
Here's the 1-2. A ground ball to third. Chisholm fields, fires across in time. Ball game over. Yankees win. Yankees win.
Yeah, I think I saw a clip where John Sterling said the Yankees were running like a bunch of drunkards around the bases. Yeah, is that right?
Well,
we're gonna have to find that. Yeah, they were
a hot mess.
They really were. Yet they won.
Yes, they did.
They won.
All rise.
And hey, I was watching that. Aaron Judge is alive. Everybody, he's alive and well. As he goes yard, was that right center? I think just one of them Judgian blasts, and the Yankees go up 2-0 on the Guardians. Well, shows you what 300 versus 50 million will do for you. But great job, guys.
I hope you forgot something really important.
We'll take a break when we come back. Safe or out. Yankees up 2-0. Is this thing done? The Mets. And I got a question for you about your Yankees. We'll go back in time for that. Safe or out. Don't forget, Tim Plough coming up and a lot of Kings today next.
Trying to find out where to catch your favorite team's games?
Are you a fan of the Kings, Niners, and the NFL? Well, Sacktown Sports has you covered.
Touchdown! San Francisco! Ball on his shoulders. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
Catch all your Kings, Niners, and NFL games all year long on Sacktown Sports and SacktownSports.com.
Thunder, be the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder, thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
At Elk Grove Honda, we've acquired some of the best pre-owned cars we can find. We've kept only the best of our trades, and our buyer has found some of the finest pre-owned Hondas available in Northern California. You can see for yourself at elkgrovehonda.com. Whether you purchase a brand new Honda or a like-new pre-owned Honda, your car buying experience will be the same. We have the right Honda at the right price. You'll find us in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. So at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy 2. That's just $60 a month for 2 unlimited lines. So if you're 50 and up, make the switch and save. Come on, you've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today. Requires 2 lines of service, age validation, and credit approval, subject to system and area limits, taxes, and other fees apply.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
Despite having no experience, Gavin Newsom made Jessica Morse his, quote, wildfire specialist. The result? Under Newsom and Morse, insurance rates and utility bills skyrocketed. Millions of dollars were slashed from the state's fire prevention budget. And they were even caught lying about their record, while millions of acres burned and families lost their homes. Now Gavin has chosen Jessica Morse again, this time to run for Congress. We have a better choice. Kevin Kiley. As our congressman, Kevin Kiley has worked across party lines to secure millions for wildfire protection and expand water supplies. And Kevin Kiley's bill to protect Lake Tahoe will bring up to $415 million home to our district to reduce the threat of fires and restore the ecosystem of the lake, delivering results and making a difference. Let's keep Kevin Kiley working for us.
I'm Kevin Kiley. I approve this message. Paid for by Kevin Kiley for Congress.
It's Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room. And guess what? Primetime football is back. Capital Casino is giving away $500 per game in high hand bonuses for every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night primetime game. As always, offering the best food, the best service, and the best action with the most variety of games in the region, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. So check them out, Capital Casino, and always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Safe or out? It's time to go around baseball. 3 pitches, 3 swings. It's safe or out on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
All right. Safe or out. All one word. SAFEROUT. Safe or out. Question un.
The Yankees went up 2-0 on the Guardians. Safe or out. That series is effectively over.
Well, you know, the Yankees won 2 home games. Now they're going back to Cleveland, and all Cleveland has to do is defend their home turf and home field and steal one in New York. But it's not going to happen. It is effectively over. I think Cleveland had to get one of these, and it just, I'm not going to say it's been men amongst boys, but you never really felt like Cleveland was in it at any point. I'm talking about both games. Yeah. It's kind of like the Yankees playing with their food a little bit yesterday. I hope I'm wrong. I am rooting for Cleveland. I want them to win the World Series, but I don't think so.
And the way these rounds go, it's 2-3-2. So they probably have to win the 3, right?
Yes, they absolutely have to win the 3. You're not winning 2 in New York. And the problem with 3 in a row is New York can grab 1.
Yeah.
And then if they grab 1, they're going back to New York up 3-2. Even if they only grab 1, they're up 3-2. And you just got to win 1 game at home.
Yeah.
And you're dealing with, look, the whole Yankee franchise is the most playoff tested franchise ever. And then you got, Cleveland, just Clevelanding.
Yeah, I think yesterday was definitely their game to take because Cole, the amount of traffic he had in those innings, he was in bases loaded, seeming like 2 or 3 innings in a row. They didn't get a bunch of runs. Yankees were running into outs. They were kind of a mess, and they still haven't had that real. I know they got 6 runs, but they didn't really break out. They could have had a lot more.
That's right.
So I still feel like that game is coming up for New York too at some point.
10 runners and 4 1/3 for Garrett Cole, but they only get 2 earned out of it.
Yeah.
And 2 errors. One, I don't remember the other one. I remember the one was right field bobble. And was it?
They dropped one in the
Volpe
infield.
Scored.
Yes.
Oh, then they dropped one in the infield. Yeah, I didn't see that one. So.
And wild pitches in the first game gave them a couple runs. So Cleveland's had some chances here.
Yeah. All right, number 2, please.
Safer out. The Mets are more likely to beat the Dodgers than Cleveland getting past the Yankees.
Yeah, I think that's safe for sure. And by the way, not just because it's 1-1 and the Mets got a home, like obviously, but I think the Mets. Look, I joke about payrolls, but you do just because you have a high payroll doesn't mean you're going to win the World Series. Just because you have a low payroll doesn't mean you're going to be terrible. But there is a reason why a lot of these guys are worth a lot of money and get paid a lot of money. And one of those reasons is more often than not, they come through and shine in the postseason. You can get through that regular season when not everybody is taking every game like live or die. But I think in these moments, that's where elite talent, look, anyone can get on a streak, anyone can get hot, but I think elite talent, it's just a higher ceiling, and eventually it's just a game of numbers. Well, maybe Aaron Judge is, maybe Aaron Judge is cold right now. Okay, but Giancarlo Stanton, he's heating up. Like eventually, the numbers are going to play out.
Yeah, and I think even on the numbers part of this, you said not just because it's 1-1 versus 2-0, but the fact that let's say the Mets go home and take 2 of 3 at home. Well,
yes.
Now it's 3-2, and going to LA thinking the Mets have to win 1 as opposed to 2, it's a big difference. So the Mets are in a much better spot with getting the split. They're coming home. They've had the theatrics of winning all these games with late walk-off hits. So they are in a much better spot. Yeah, for sure.
They really, really are. Number 3, please.
Jason.
Me?
Jason.
Safer out. This is the best Yankees team since Jeter and Mariano Rivera were out there getting ranks.
Ooh, get ranks.
I don't know the answer to that. So maybe I'm going to say safe, but with hesitation. I mean, they made the league championship series, I think 17, like a couple times they just kept getting knocked out by the Astros.
Right.
That was their kryptonite. And so they've been good here the last couple of years. There maybe had a few teams that were really pretty complete. This one has a few holes in it, but I guess I'll say safe. Why not? I mean, they weren't dominant this year. They got off to an incredible start. And then after that, they kind of just played okay, but they're playing right. They're playing the right way now.
I mean, obviously, winning a championship does something. You know, they're going to go. They're now in the pantheon.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, have Judge and Soto is pretty nice.
Yeah, you got Judge, Soto, and Stanton. Imagine being a pitcher, and you're like, okay, Soto. Judge, Stanton. And it's not like Volpe or Rizzo or Verdugo or Chisholm or.
Yeah, they've all been good players at certain times of their career. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they're very, very good. But I mean, Bernie, Derek, Mariano, those were different.
And they got it done.
Very, very different teams. We'll take a break. I know we're a little bit early. That's fine. We'll go long with Tim Plough. When we come back, another weekend, another win in Shredville. As Tim Plough will join us, head coach, UC Davis football. After that, top of the hour, Kings fall to the Jazz. We'll get audio there. And also this TV thing. We need to talk about this TV thing with the Kings. Our yearly preseason TV conversation. We'll do it next.
Live and local.
With everything 49ers.
Intercepted by Fred Warner. Dives for the end zone. Touchdown! Cisco! La ball, Jones went up and caught the ball. Touchdown!
The 49ers play on Sacktown Sports 1140.
When it comes to fighting for families and protecting kids, no one works harder than our Assemblyman, Josh Hoover. A member of the Bipartisan Problem Solvers Caucus, Hoover has worked across party lines and proposed tougher penalties for fentanyl crimes, stricter sentences for drug trafficking near schools, and RILA's law to make sure anyone who abuses a child is held accountable. A former school board member, Josh has fought to support school police officers, prohibit homeless encampments near schools, and increase funding for school facilities. Josh Hoover knows that families have been paying more for everything from gas and groceries to utilities and insurance. In the Assembly, Josh is working to provide relief to families, reduce the cost of housing, and stop Gavin Newsom from raising gas prices even more next year. Josh Hoover is making a difference for our families, our community, and our future. Our voice, our Assemblyman, Josh Hoover.
Paid for by Hoover for Assembly 2024.
Model year end pricing is back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
During the model year end event, lower interest rates at Folsom Lake Honda make lower payments. It's no wonder why Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop. Come in today or check out our entire inventory online at folsomlakehonda.com.
Get an instant cash offer for your trade at folsomlakehonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda. Go to folsomlakehonda.com. Your one-stop Honda shop.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals, and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio. So we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
Well, what other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Don't let summer energy slip away. Live the active life you love year-round with a personally fit arch support system from the Good Feet store. Precision engineered to support all four arches. Good Feet puts your feet in a more ideal, comfortable, and pain-free position. And Good Feet arch supports are now HSA and FSA eligible. Book a free fitting at goodfeet.com or come in and get a free pair of OS First Performance socks. Free. Normally a $25 value at the Good Feet store.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, what's going on for Ram Power Days?
Save up to $15,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Ram 2500 Tradesmen. Plus, with over 400 new Ram trucks available, you're sure to find that truck you need at the Hoblet Ram Truck Center.
That is some of the best savings you've had all year, Chad.
Yep, and you won't find better deals on more Ram trucks than at the Hoblet Ram Truck Center. There's a reason we continue to be one of the biggest Ram dealers in the country, with numerous customer service awards, including the very prestigious Walter P. Chrysler Award, which means we are in the top 1% of dealers in the nation. Once you buy from Hoblet, you won't buy anywhere else.
Don't miss the savings at Hoblet. Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet. Period.
15,000 total net savings after 8,500 factory rebates and 6,500 dealer discounts. Rebates include 2,000 Hoblet Select inventory coupons, 2,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance, must have qualifying trade-in, and 1,500 commercial bonus cash. Must have proof of business ownership. At least 5 of this net savings. Coupons available while supplies last. See dealer for details.
Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
Milford Gross will join us at 9 for Niners at 9. Not entirely sure our next guest team couldn't give the Niners a game. The way they're running right now.
6 in a row, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you have one loss, and it's to Cal, right, who's having a tremendous year. They had College Game Day. You were at Cal. And then they have just, with the exception of, it's funny how it works, with the exception of the team that had no wins, and that was a nail biter. You know, they go to Cal, or Cal Poly comes in, and as I asked him, I said I had a lot of bad memories of Cal Poly, and I think UC Davis just scored. I think Len Larison just ran one in 5 minutes ago. Yeah. Still going. But you put the past behind you, Jason, and you look ahead. 5 games left in the regular season, including the Causeway Classic. Joining us right now live from Shredville, the mayor of Shredville, Coach Tim Plough. Good morning, Coach.
Boys, how we doing?
Well, I didn't throw for 458 yards and 4 touchdowns over the weekend like Miles Hastings, but I'm doing good. How about you?
Oh, it's great, man. It's great. We're on to another week, seeing if we can keep this train rolling.
Jason, how are you doing? I answered for me. I didn't. Yeah,
I'm good. I'm impressed, Coach, with what you guys are doing. I know we had talked about, or you had said, look, I'm glad with the results. We are winning, but we haven't played our best football. Was this, I mean, the result is a dramatic win, but was this closer to what you wanted to see from your team?
Yeah, absolutely. That was, probably the most proud I've been since being in the position, just that I felt like our guys really took ownership of trying to play a complete football game in all of the phases, and wasn't perfect by any means, but it definitely was more of what I think we're capable of. And that was really cool for those guys. I think we really needed that as a team, whether we win or lose, just playing to our potential for a more consistent amount of time. So that was very cool.
That's so coachy, and I appreciate it, because it wasn't perfect. 56 to 10. All right. So Lan had a fumble. And let's see, there was a pick, right?
Lan actually, as great as he is, he threw an interception. I mean, so he's not perfect.
No. So. I mean, is Lan the
extra
problem?
Laps for him.
He can do it all. 13 carries, 76 yards, and a couple touchdowns, 90 yards through the air on 5 catches, and yet another touchdown. The offense, but in all seriousness, you've got to. We've talked to you enough when it's a tough game, or we talked to you after the Cal game. It's like, okay, we lost, that sucks, but also let's look for positives. And I imagine it's the same thing when you've got a blowout win like that. Hey, it's great, we won. Proud of you guys, but let's nitpick if you want. Let's try to be as perfect as we can. So, what did, other than the turnovers, what else troubled you in the game?
I think defensively, we gave up some explosive plays, especially in the pass game with some vertical throws that I know Coach Coombs was disappointed that we didn't compete better against. And then, I think on offense, just those 2 drives in the third quarter where we turned the ball over and don't execute, probably lost focus a little bit. And special teams-wise, just a little bit of with our return units, not executing the way that we wanted to, a little bit of protection issues on the field goal. Those are probably the things we talked about. And again, every week, we just want to be consistent when we come back as a staff. So we tried to keep Monday, exactly the same as the previous Mondays, which is, hey guys, here's what we did really well. Here's what we didn't do well. Congrats on the win. And now let's get ready for somebody else.
Jason, the coach's point here, 52, 42, and 28-yard completions for Cal Poly, 28 and 23-yard rushes broke out. So,
a couple longer plays. Yeah. But you said get on to the next team, get ready for someone else. I know you really focus on what you guys are doing, but you have to prepare for Eastern Washington, the Inferno, the red turf. That's always a unique situation. When you've prepped and looked at game film, Coach, on Eastern, what are some of the areas you go, all right, we need to be good here this week to get a win?
This is going to be a tremendous challenge. I mean, these guys have been at the top of the conference for a long time, dating back to when I first started coaching in the conference. And I know their record may not show that, but, they've had a difficult schedule as well, and they're extremely well coached. I think they're starting to find their stride. They lost a really close game to Montana, who's obviously a really good team. And then they just beat the team across the Causeway, who we know is really talented. And they run the ball extremely well. They're very physical, play multiple quarterbacks. They have maybe the best receiver in the conference. And then defensively, they do pretty much every single defensive look under the sun. And you're not really going to know what's coming. So you got to more focus on what you're doing, try to stay in attack minded. They get some free plays on special teams, onside kick last week.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so they're going to take risks and get some stuff done. And obviously, you got to go up on the red turf where, you know, it's been a difficult place for Big Sky teams to go win. From my time at Davis before to when I was at NAU to back at Davis now, you know, if you want to win the conference, that's probably a place you have to win some games. And so we know it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
52-49, by the way, that Montana game you were talking about. And Montana currently ranked number 11, 5-2. So obviously, you know, they have the ability to throw up points. You were talking about some of the defensive issues. So with them, are they, you know, you've been scouting them. Are they, it doesn't sound like they're 4 yards in a cloud of dust. Is this an aerial attack? What are the big offensive strengths you're seeing for them?
Yeah, I think in the past they had been the best, or one of, if not the best passing teams, you know, when they had guys like Kendrick Bourne and Cooper Kupp and all those guys. You know, this year it's a little bit different. They do have a great receiver, but they really run the ball extremely well. They got a real physical offensive line, good tailbacks, and then they play multiple quarterbacks that can run the ball. So I think they're a little bit more balanced than they have been in the past, and definitely extremely physical. Coach Best, their head coach, is an offensive line guy, so they do a great job up front. So I think what they've really done is become really physical offensively. They move the ball consistently against everybody, and they control the game. They kind of control the flow of the game that way. So if you don't score points and you don't get a lead, kind of the way Montana did, it's going to be tough for you to come from behind because they're going to control the clock really well.
Coach, you talked about their two quarterbacks. Watching them last week, they do shuffle them in kind of quickly between plays. It's you know, you've seen that before, but what's the prep for your defense to know, okay, you know, Taylor's in, Vespera's in, like to look at the two different QBs to know who's in? What are your triggers there to get your defense ready for that?
Yeah, I mean, we try to train them during the week, you know, during the scout team with having guys wearing different jerseys and just making sure they're clued into, you know, the keys for them to be successful. They got to communicate at a really high level, and they got to communicate really quickly, knowing that defensively you're going to have a different call for every time there's a new quarterback in the game. We started that week one against Cal when they were playing their two guys, like, hey, when this guy's in, here's the calls we're going to have. When this guy's in, here's the calls we're going to have. And they've got to almost anticipate what comes in from Coach Coombs before it comes based on who's standing behind center. So it does create a lot of gymnastics and a lot of communication. And that's something we're working really hard on this week in practice.
Coach, I know, of course, you're focused on your game against Eastern Washington. You guys kick off at 4. What happens at 5 is number 1 South Dakota State versus number 2 North Dakota State in the Battle of, I don't know, Dakota, I guess, whatever, the Mount Rushmore Classic, whatever the hell they call it. These are two teams, obviously, number 1 and number 2, rivalry, the whole thing. Do you anticipate wrapping your game up? It's a home game as well. And then, excuse me, you know, you're at Eastern Washington. I apologize. And then are you going to keep tabs on that game at all afterwards, or do you just kind of tune it out?
Honestly, I'm embarrassed to say I had no clue they were playing each other until you just said that.
That's focus,
You're
baby.
locked in.
Yeah. But I will say that, you know, I'm sure the guys will be, you know, tuning into that while we're on the plane or something, you know, or sitting on the bus heading to the airport after the game. But yeah, other than some scoreboard watching maybe at the end of the night, I had no clue they were playing. But I will say that right now, you know, that is they are the class of FCS. I mean, those two programs are extremely impressive. And when I, you know, became a head coach the year before, I took a trip out to North Dakota State with my good friend David Braun, who's now the head coach at Northwestern, was the D coordinator there. And I knew one day I was going to try to be the head coach here. And I went out to North Dakota State and just hung out for a couple of days, just trying to see what they do that makes them, you know, the program they've become. And I walked out of there in awe, you know, just seeing how special of a place that is. I know South Dakota State's, you know, almost passed them up recently. So that is if you want to do something special, you got to be able to hang with those two teams. That's for sure.
Just so you know, by the way, just a programming note, since we just broke that news to you, it's on ESPN too. So you got either you or somebody's got to have YouTube TV or whatever on your phone. So you guys should have time before you get on the plane to pull that sucker up. And I don't know. I mean, I don't even know who you root for, but maybe they both lose. They tie. You can't
random both.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that possible for both of them to lose? Because that would be rad beef pulling.
And then, Coach, after this week, I know we'll talk to you next week, but you'll finally get to that bye. Like I don't know if that's where you want it. It's the reality of where the schedule is, but you guys have been on such a nice roll. But I'm sure it'll be nice to have kind of a regroup week next week to get you ready for that last push.
Yeah, I think it's always debated as coaches, like, man, when is a good time to have the bye? For us, I do think it would come at a really nice time. We got, about 7 to 10 guys that have been unable to play for a majority of the season, that are guys that could really help us. And I think we're going to get a lot of those guys back after the bye. So if we can figure out a way to keep this thing rolling up in Cheney this weekend, it'll really feel good getting back on that plane. Like, we kind of reached that one little, part of the mountain climb. Like, hey, now we can, put up our tent, maybe take a good night's sleep real quick here before we try to get to the top of this thing. And hopefully after that, get a handful of these guys back, especially defensively. That would really, really help us.
Last thing for you, Coach. Both my best friend growing up and my cousin Gabrielle went to Washington State University over there in Pullman. And I was about 13. They're both older, and or my cousin is. When I was visiting her, I was about 13 years old, and I was that first and only time I've ever been on the Pullman campus. And we went out. We just kind of wanted to see what was going on in the area. And I remember walking down the main road, and I had a backpack with a bunch of my stuff in there, and I bought some things with my car wash money to bring back for my mom and dad as gifts. And before I knew it, I got hit in the back of the head. And when I came to, the backpack was gone. All the stuff was gone. And I had a Post-it on my face that said, "Ha ha, got you, sucker." And that was in Cheney, Washington, the home of Eastern Washington. The guy, his name was Noah Showalter, who was a descendant of the founder of Eastern Washington University. So, look, I know you don't need extra motivation. I know you don't need bulletin board material, but I've wanted revenge on those people my entire life. And you guys have the opportunity to get some of that revenge for me this weekend.
Gosh, as usual, you do a great job of just getting the blood pumping on a Wednesday morning, getting us really fired up for this game. That is exactly what we need.
That's
so I'll
right.
make sure I'll tell the team that, like, hey, let's defend his honor, and let's get this done
Right before kickoff.
Right before kickoff.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, guys.
Yes, sir.
So if you weren't aware, this happened. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll send you a little picture of me as a 12-year-old, so they can visualize it. Coach, you're on a roll. Let's keep that going, and fingers crossed. Things are starting to get real exciting for you. Good luck this weekend. Travel safe there and back, and we'll talk to you from Shredville next week.
Guys, I appreciate it as usual. Find some joy this week.
You got it, Coach. That is Coach Tim Plough. Always a pleasure to. Can I say
These
something?
speeches, you're helping him.
No offense to anybody else, love them all. I think maybe my favorite coach to ever talk to. He's a blast.
He's using your information as motivational.
You're damn right. We'll take a break. When we come back, just a 2-minute break. Kings fall to the Jazz 0-4. And what the hell is going on with the TV? We'll talk about that next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Online, easy way to get life insurance in 10 minutes. Ethos has rates that you can afford, like a $500,000 policy for a 40-year-old male starting at $1 a day or $30 a month with a few health questions and no medical exam. Get your free quote right now at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com. Not available in all states. Rates do vary.
Whether you're ordering wings for the game, whipping up a 7-layer dip, or ordering pizza, there's something about football that makes you want to eat. And this football season, Uber Eats has the best deals on game day food. No matter what you're craving, from 2-for-1 pizza to buy one, get one wings, Uber Eats will be dropping new deals each week, all season long. Uber Eats, official on-demand delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. It is Wednesday. It's an unsettled day today with clouds and scattered showers possible through the morning and into the midday. By late afternoon, we should see more breaks of sunshine. It'll be noticeably cooler with highs today in the upper 70s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
DC here for Folsom Lake Kia, where they make car shopping easy with a huge selection of new Kia models, low payments, and zero down deals with approved credit. Folsom Lake Kia, your trusted dealer in Folsom for over 25 years. FolsomLakeKia.com.
Don't you deserve health care you can count on? Well, you can count on United Healthcare with Medicare plans that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. You can enjoy reliable coverage and low out-of-pocket costs with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. United Healthcare Medicare Advantage plans, made for California, trusted everywhere. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today.
O'Reilly.
Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts in West Sacramento and Town Center Plaza next to Nugget Markets now through October 29th for the Customer Appreciation Day sale. You'll get 2 times O rewards points on select purchases. Plus, pick up 5 quarts of any Mobil 1 full synthetic motor oil and receive a $10 gift card after rebate. And buy one, get one free Coca-Cola products at your Town Center Plaza, O'Reilly Auto Parts.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
KHDK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sacktown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
All right, we'll play some highlights or whatever from your Sacramento Kings falling to the Utah Jazz.
Let's bring it out. How about them Jazz?
How about them Rose? 117-114 is your final. Jazz are 4-1 in the preseason. Hey, remember when the Kings were favored by 1.5?
Didn't cover.
We'll get to the ins and outs. It is time now.
Ring the bell. Let them know.
My annual preseason conversation about the Sacramento Kings.
Okay. This bothers you.
It bothers me so much that I'm going to do that which I should have done a long time ago. I am going to, well, I guess I'm not. At some point I will, but not today because I'm leaving. But I'm going to find out or I'm going to verify what I believe is the case, that this has nothing to do with the Kings and this is NBC Sports California's decision. I could be wrong there. I don't think I am. I think this is an NBC Sports call. So, secondly, I understand, as you do, the business. Like, okay, it's in Utah.
Good at business.
In order to do the game in Utah, it's not just, hey, Mark or Kyle and Katie, here's some Southwest tickets and a hotel. Like, they fly with the team.
Right.
They stay in the team hotel. It's a team expense.
Correct.
Now, where I believe NBC Sports comes in is they've got they've got their director, camera, blah, blah, it's a whole I understand that. What I fail to understand year on year is in this year of our Lord 2024, why do we not have the ability to could you imagine if the Niners or Raiders were playing the whoever's and it's just not televised? At the very least, co-opt the Jazz broadcast and have Mark and Katie or Kyle and Katie back here, which did happen a lot during COVID. You can do that.
Or, you could take their broadcast.
That's what I mean.
No, not even use my.
Oh, I got you. They're announcers.
It's not even easier.
No, yeah. You're right. No, okay, I see what you're saying. You're 100% right. Every year this happens. So yesterday, They said, well, it's available at kings.com/live for if you're within 75 miles of Golden One Center. Okay. Yeah. I am 100% within far less than that of Golden One Center. I hit the link. Sorry, you're not, your location services aren't on. I go, okay. I go and, because I don't know where the hell, I know it's in settings. I go in there and say, hey, how do you find location settings? Here you go. Settings, general, blah, blah, blah. I go in there. Oh, what do you know? Location settings are on for literally everything. The big green button at the top, and then every other one is tied. Location probably shouldn't have it that way, but I've got location settings on for everything. Okay, I'll close out. I'll open it back up. I'll go from the browser instead of the link off of Twitter. I'll go, that's what it's got to be. Nope. I tried that about 5 times, and to the point where I was just like, you know what? I don't even care. Hey, Gary Gerald. What I don't get is that you pay a static amount for the rights to broadcast the Kings, just as we do. TV pays a lot more. You've paid for the rights to do this. I can promise you that there will be a regular season game this year that will have less viewers than what last night would have, because we have no regular season losses yet. Everyone's excited in preseason and wants to see DeMar DeRozan and how Sabonis looks. They're all excited. I'm not saying we're not excited for regular season games, but
there's still a demand for it.
There is still a demand for it.
Right.
January 23rd, Tuesday night against Detroit, at 4:00, because we're on the road, you're not going to, I'm telling you, there will be games this year that would not have had as many viewers as last night. So it's like a free game.
Yeah.
And you're blowing it off, and you've got to have Kings fans, which is who I'm really pissed for, that have to freaking go on the roof like in signs with tinfoil and antennas and try to figure out how to download it from the satellite.
There's an expectation that the game would be on, right? And
yes.
It's not long ago, you and I can remember, but we're not there anymore, when it was, hey, remember when they used to show just 30 games a year?
Yes.
Yeah, but that's not the case anymore. Every game of basically just about every sport can be found somewhere on television. And for it to be an NBA team, it is weird, I think.
It's so weird.
It's not new. They've done this way for years, but maybe some of the others, I don't even know what happened last Friday when they played the Warriors. Was that on here?
I think it was. Yeah. Well, the first one was on ESPN. Right. That one, it was
ESPN and us locally.
Yes, and then it was on NBA TV. I remember, because everybody was like, "Yeah, I get it." Like,
that's right.
Bob Fitzgerald's burning my brain off.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
But still, they had access to it, and then
yes,
the home game Sunday was at least for a home crowd.
Sure.
But, I don't know. And then Thursday, I think it's going to be the same.
Like at some point, like you and I could volunteer to fly out there and just take our iPhones in separate parts of the one of us at courtside and the other like focused on the bench, and we could do our own. Like, it's just so dumb, and it's every single year. There's the one thing I haven't seen yet this year. I guess we're going to skip that, which is fine, but usually it's one of the home games where we're taking the in-arena feed and G-Man's played over that, and it's the whatever they show on the scoreboard. Like, how you imagine having a product that you license and you have people beating down your door trying to experience that product. By the way, full disclosure, I'm speaking as one of the morning show hosts on the Kings radio flagship. You know what's great when these games are not on TV?
Yeah.
It's
radio.
great for us.
Yeah, they're always on radio.
Our numbers go through the roof.
Right.
There is no business reason why it doesn't benefit us to have every game not on TV. Sacktown Sports benefits more than anyone when this happens, but it's about the fans.
We used to literally have phrasing and promo saying radio only tonight.
Yes.
And because that was a huge advantage for us, but that's with the exception of preseason or other wrinkles. Like, people did watch it because they got through those settings or whatever,
I know some people got watched.
Yeah, we had it on here. That's how we did it. But it's like,
did the USB thing work?
Yes.
How did you find the input?
I don't know. Deuce did some magic.
Our engineers couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Bought an Amazon Fire Stick. Still have it in my backpack.
Yeah.
Taking it with me.
We watched the game. Now, the trick for
Maybe
that.
we FaceTime Deuce and tell him how to ask him how to do it.
We had. G-Man was probably a minute 20 ahead of the action.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that was difficult. So it's like, oh, what a shot. And you're like, wait, that's going to be like 3 more sequences from now.
Well, because he's ahead.
He's way ahead.
You can't pause.
No.
That won't.
Yeah. So it's difficult.
I've got people on the text line, 916-339-1140, saying, I have the league pass. And I still can't watch. In what world are you paying whatever it is, $200 for league pass, and you can't watch a preseason game? It's so stupid. It's just so stupid. And I for the life of me, don't understand it, because I would have liked to have seen this, for example.
Keegan Murray now at the right elbow. Spins for a fallaway. It's partially blocked. The ball's tapped back by Fox to a teammate. And Sabonis breaks down the defense in the feet from Keegan Murray to get a quick flush. So Sabonis has a pair of buckets. It's 7-5 in favor of Utah.
Steven in the chat on YouTube, and I bring this up because if Steven's saying it, then I wonder if other people are confused as well. He says it's an NBA problem. They restrict the geographic area of the telecast. All they have to do is not restrict it. I understand what you're saying, but that's not the case here. Well, they do restrict it, but you have to be within 70. A lot of times, like for football, if there's a blackout, if you're within 75 miles of the stadium, you can't see the game because it's blacked out. This is the inverse. If you're within 75 miles of Golden One Center, as we all are, you should have been. This wasn't an NBA issue. This was a tech issue, and an NBC Sports isn't showing the game issue.
Yeah, I know this is into the weeds and nuance that most people probably don't care about, but one of the conversation points at the league meetings last month, that was kind of being discussed around in circles, was like, why would we want anybody to not have the product? Anywhere, anytime, like to brag and say, hey, I was in Brazil and I watched the Atlanta Hawks. They're my team.
That's exactly right.
Awesome. But if I'm in, why wouldn't we want everybody anywhere, any place, anytime to watch, to listen to?
You're watching the commercials,
right?
You're watching the sponsors,
right?
I'm going to be gone for opening day and all that.
You should be able to see all of that.
Yes, but here's what happens: YouTube TV doesn't work over there. I can't watch YouTube TV because it's out of the whatever. And I understand that there's rights and this and that. Here's what I have to do. And because somebody on the thingy ding is saying, streaming. Yeah, I get it. This isn't about me. This is about the freaking my mom and dad and other people that aren't, Matthew Broderick from War Games.
These are the Tom Maleys texting me every day, asking me, where's the game?
Holy crap. I think that's another reason that I'm fired up. I'm glad you brought that up, because anytime this crap happens, you get 90 texts from your friend, we're going to watch the game, or direct messages on Twitter or whatever. It's like, guys, I'm in the same spot. But here's what this hoops I have to go through to watch a Kings game in England. I have to go. Well, I've subscribed, but I have to go. I have this thing called NordVPN. It basically allows me, when I'm online, to mask my location and pick, for example, Santa Clara as where my internet is coming from, to fool the YouTube app or Max HBO, which you also can't run over there, to fool them in order to be able to watch it. And it's like, to your point, I'm paying the subscription.
Yeah.
I live here. It's my main whatever. Why would you not want me watching your product? To your point, why would you not want me watching your show? I don't care if I'm in freaking Timbuktu, Australia, or Sacramento, California. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. We'll take a break when we come back. 3 for Madness. Kings related. On a scale of 1 to, well, we'll get to that. Where are you at mentally? And we'll go all positive and we'll go all negative. Stay tuned. 3 for Madness next.
The only place you'll find Kevin Herter is Sacktown Sports.
Herter's open, steps into 3. He's got the triple.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Kevin Herter, and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Hi, this is Greg Papa. Disasters hit every day. If your home, business, or building has suffered from any disaster, SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to and letting your focus be on what's most important, your family, or your business. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884. Made a Chevy Silverado blowout is on with $12,750 off MSRP. Every new 2024 Silverado half-ton LT in stock after rebates. Or choose $12,000 off MSRP on every new 2024 Silverado half-ton RST in stock after rebates. Exclusively at Made Chevy at MadeAChevy.com. Sacramento's Silverado headquarters. Whatever Silverado you choose, you'll save thousands at Made Chevy. Together, let's drive.
Not available with special financing, leasing, some other offers. List radio 2010 model year or newer. Ends 10/31/24.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
Everybody gets mad when they, these people with their jailbroken fire sticks stealing all this. $200,000 fine. It's like, guys, they want to. Like, how stupid does this sound? We do a morning show on Sacktown Sports, but if you're in the area, you've got to go to sacktownsports.com/live, and then click on the thing. But if you're outside the 75-mile radius, you can't listen to us. And then we have people that are so into the show and the station that they're literally buying illegal products in order to listen in their cars or at home, and we're going after them and fighting them. It's like, no, the idea is you want to do everything you can to bring the audience to your door so that your numbers go up so that you can sell advertising and sell it for a higher rate. And that's how everyone gets paid, blah, blah, blah. They're completely backwards in their formula. And as you were telling me during the break, the amount of revenue from streaming rights and broadcast rights and all the billions and billions and billions of dollars. And we've still got to do 30 seconds of a hula hoop to watch a preseason game.
Right.
It
just doesn't add up.
Hello, Ben at 1-800-920-1140. How are you?
What's up, Dave? Man, good to hear from you. Good to be on. Just piggybacking off of what you're saying, like you look at primetime games, like a Thursday night football game, and if you don't have Amazon Prime, then you can't watch the game. Like, this is so ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think it's absolutely insane. There's like all these primetime games are being put on different markets, and we have to subscribe to watch them, and it's just unreal, man. So waking up this early just to hear you talk about what I already feel like is great, but it's painful. So
yeah,
I just wanted to say that you're totally correct. I love you guys. Love waking up listening to you.
Thanks, man.
Have a good day, guys.
You too, brother, man. That's nice.
Yeah. I mean, this would probably be we could probably dive into this as a bigger topic at some point. But I wonder, just long term, and these are huge money deals these leagues are getting, but not everyone is going to have all this stuff. And what will be the kickback over time? I mean, it's
right.
We're
talking. There's a guy in the chat right now, loyal listeners, like, hey, yeah, YouTube TV, I don't have that. It's like $90 a month. Like, everybody's in a different situation. Yeah. How can I get the games? You have people that want to watch your product.
Right.
And they're local. He lives here.
Well, and I know I want to say it's the Jazz and the Suns. I could be wrong. That kind of took a different route. Like, they're not on a regional sports network. They said, you know what? We don't have this huge television deal. We're going to be on local TV in those markets, but they feel the benefit is now instead of, throw out a number, 100,000 televisions, we've got 500,000 televisions.
That's right.
And what does that do for our overall product? Now, they're not getting the big fee or, the payment, but there's also could be a win. And I don't know.
They also have more, but they also have more eyes and ears, and they're probably selling the advertising in-house or in a partnership or a barter, not to get too nerdy. And by the way,
what's the benefit of that over time too?
And both the Suns and the Jazz, coincidentally, new, younger, dynamic owners that understand a little bit more about the future and today's viewing things.
Looking at sport like soccer, which I love, and I'm hardcore, so I do all this stupid stuff. But to watch all my games, I have to have YouTube TV, Peacock, ESPN Plus, and Paramount Plus to watch all of them. So now let's say I'm just trying to get into the sport. Like, I've watched a couple of games with my friends. I want to start watching this. Wait, I have to do all of this just to start watching? Pass. Yeah. I'm done.
And it's not crazy, Chris, to think, 2 more are going to come in and say, I'm going to buy the rights now to this, this, and this. And you go, wait, now I have to get these 2 things too?
Yeah.
It's very, very stupid. this is actually objectively funny, and we'll get to 3 for madness. Think about the subject we're talking about. Because I'm leaving, I left my car for Melissa, and I'm driving, excuse me, and I'm driving her Jeep. She's at the screen. All my car has is HD radio.
Mm-hmm.
She just texted me. She literally just texted me. She goes, do you know I can play 1140 in your car? To the point, it's
HD3, right?
I thought it changed from HD3.
No, it's HD3. It changed to HD3.
To HD3. It's what KRB, not KRB,
96.1.
96.1.
3.
96.1 HD3.
Yeah.
It's super easy.
It's really easy.
It's really, really easy.
For
to
the
the
HD
point.
listeners.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Or you know what? Get your Bluetooth out and listen on YouTube.
Yeah. Or listen on YouTube. Also, dishes ain't going to do themselves. 3 for madness. Question 1. What? I wasn't saying that to her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The Kings are 0-4 in the preseason. On a scale of 1 to, uh-oh. Where are you?
That is all.
Wow.
I am a pulled back, very taut 5.5. I'm a 5.5, but I can go to 8 like that. Just
and what people don't know is is 7.
yeah. Yeah. It's yeah. I am in pregame worry mode.
Okay.
Worry mode activated.
And you know what's odd, Dave? Normally I'm like, Dave, relax. It's early. Like, don't worry about it. I'm climbing.
Yeah.
This is an area I haven't been in a while. Like, I was super excited for this season. Still am. First 2 games, no issues. I mean, well, there's always issues, but I'm like, man, these guys look really good.
Right.
Then Sunday happened. I'm like, okay. Honestly, yesterday too, though, they went for it. They tried to win that game.
They played their starters 30 minutes against Portland's B team and lost at home, got destroyed at home.
Yeah.
And then yesterday,
they played their guys.
By the way, Domantas Sabonis had it. He's ready.
Yeah.
He had an insane game.
Yeah.
29 points for Domantas Sabonis, which I believe would have been a season high last year.
Might have been.
Think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm in that 5 range too, 5 or 6. Yeah.
I'll tell you, this is the year, man. If they disappoint me this year, I'm done. I'm moving on.
Until next year.
Until the next year. Number 2, please.
Question 2.
Give me your all positive and everyone relax take on the preseason.
It's preseason. As I said earlier, and I keep pointing out, you've got a lot of very, very good teams. Very good teams. The Cavs made the playoffs last year. They're 0-2. Weird. Why have they only played 2? Anyways. The Nuggets are 0-4. The Mavericks, who made the finals last year, are 0-3. By the way, the Nuggets won the title 2 years ago. The Pelicans, who beat the hell out of us, they're 1-2. By the way, the Jazz are 4-1. They're probably not going to make the playoffs. The Detroit Pistons are 500. Like, it's preseason. It's fine. Relax. Jason?
Those are your positives.
Those are my positives.
I think for the large part, though, the starting 5 has looked good. That would be I'm going to be excited about that group. I think DeMar DeRozan's going to be a really good fit. I think those are the parts right now that I'm hanging on as positives, but I do feel like there's more coming in question 3.
Question 3.
Question 3.
Give me your all negative, the sky is falling take on the preseason.
The only thing surprising about them being 0-4 in this preseason is, well, nothing at all, because we've been screaming it all summer long. You added offense. Great job. Where's your front court depth? Where's your defense down low? Where's your help? You know what other teams are doing? They're exploiting it because they also get paid to win games too. This isn't a situation where you're playing freaking Robert Woodard III, God bless, and friends. You're playing your starters most of the game, and you're getting either worked or just beat by bad teams. You're 0-4, and all the things we worried about have come to fruition. Plus, You can't hit threes. So if you think that magically the season's going to start and all of a sudden this front court depth and defense is just going to materialize because, hey, it's next week and we're closer to Halloween and the 5G networks are not throwing out as much radiation. I don't know what the hell. You're in for a very, very rude awakening. We once again have an imbalanced roster. It's not as imbalanced as before the Halliburton trade, but this is an imbalanced top-heavy roster, backcourt-heavy roster. This is, if anything, Monty McNair's weakness so far since he's been the GM is imbalanced rosters, and you got to balance the teeter-totter out. Or you're going to do it now or you're going to do it later after you've already got 10, 15 losses in the bank.
Yeah, the negatives to me have been early on the bench depth for sure. Number two, the fact that they've played some bigger teams the last two games. Portland and Utah at times put some bigger lineups out there. Those are areas of concern coming in, and I think they had their trouble there. Like yesterday's game, just the box score. If you didn't see the game, just the box score.
Yeah.
They took 34 more shots than Utah. They were getting offensive rebounds. They were scoring in the paint. They were doing things that would lead to a win against a lesser team. Right now, Dave, they can't shoot. And I'm going across the board. You said threes? Yes. Free throws again, and from the floor. I mean, they shot 105 shots. Utah shot 71. You play their starters 30-plus minutes. They went for it and didn't beat what I would think is a lesser team.
26.3%, which, weirdly enough, is almost 7% higher than what they did, I believe, in their last game. Were they at like 19-something?
Yeah.
Like, that's just insane. At this point, it's just insane. You're gonna have the entire team that's gonna be looking at DeMar DeRozan saying, "Hey, we need to learn how to shoot middies because we can't hit from beyond the arc." Meanwhile, Buddy Hield's like 90 for 90. When we come back, we got a new owner of the Raiders, and I'll tell you something. It tied in a little bit to what we talked about yesterday. Raider fan, this next segment's for you. Honestly, no crap talking. I want to know how you guys feel next.
Subscribe to Sacktown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sacktown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. It is Wednesday. It's an unsettled day today with clouds and scattered showers possible through the morning and into the midday. By late afternoon, we should see more breaks of sunshine. It'll be noticeably cooler with highs today in the upper 70s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Your water heater. Old, rusty, forgotten. We hardly ever even think about them until there's no hot water. Right now, get incredible rebates up to $3,000 off and financing available for as little as $40 a month. Leave it to Bonnie to crank up the heat.
It's 4th and goal. The pressure's on. The home team needs this to win it. No matter what you're up against, it's always a win at Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda. Special finance options and trade-in offers make it easier than ever to upgrade your ride. Because at Stockton Honda, we believe everyone deserves a winning deal.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Number 1 claims based on 2023 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company's L1 report.
It's Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room, and guess what? Primetime football is back. Capital Casino is giving away $500 per game in high-hand bonuses for every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night primetime game. As always, offering the best food, the best service, and the best action with the most variety of games in the region, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. So check them out, Capital Casino, and always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. So at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy 2. That's just $60 a month for 2 unlimited lines. So if you're 50 and up, make the switch and save. Come on, you've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today. Requires 2 lines of service, age validation, and credit approval, subject to system and area limits, taxes, and other fees apply.
When you're hiring, ZipRecruiter's technology makes finding qualified candidates for your job easy. What if the rest of the world was as easy as ZipRecruiter? Math problems wouldn't be so problematic.
K equals 42.
And summiting Everest would be a walk in the park. In the meantime, if you want to make your hiring easier, use ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Don't you deserve healthcare you can count on? Well, you can count on United Healthcare with Medicare plans that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. You can enjoy reliable coverage and low out-of-pocket costs with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. United Healthcare Medicare Advantage plans. Made for California, trusted everywhere. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today.
Jeff Lynn's ELO.
Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why.
Live in concert in Sacramento. The Over and Out Tour. Jeff Lynn's ELO. The final tour. All the hits. Live at Golden One Center, October 23rd. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
Check out Sacramento State football this Saturday, 6 p.m. versus Weber State.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
Well, we've got some movements going on our TVs. Chris Verlot has come in. He knows tech, and now he has figured out the input, and we now have a rotating logo for the station from 5 years ago.
I think 5 years might be
a little sooner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have an old sweatshirt, a hoodie that has that logo. You know, hey, Jason, I have an idea. At some point, Jason's wearing the logo right now. He's wearing that exact logo t-shirt. Look at that. What are the odds? Let's do this sometime this winter just for fun. Because I know you can do it, because I know I can do it. You've been here longer. Let's have an entire week where we break out nothing but 1140 gear the whole week. Okay. I've got remember the old baseball jerseys?
Oh yeah.
I've got a black jacket with the old yellow logo on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I
got rid of some stuff a while back.
Same. But I kept some. I that stuff I don't like. I'll throw out the old T-shirts because I usually we have duplicates. But
yeah,
I'll bet you between you and I we've got some really good old school
for sure
stuff. Not for nothing. On this day, 28 years ago, the winner of the Shriners Open. Do you remember who that was?
The Shriners Open?
Shriners Open 28 years ago today.
Tiger Woods.
His first PGA Tour victory.
Well, it was?
28 years ago, Tiger Woods won the Shriners Open and got him a victory. He followed it up with a couple more.
Yeah, just a few more.
So that's good. Let's talk about the Raiders.
Yeah.
They made their trade, and Mark Davis had some thoughts as Tom Brady was approved. He is now an owner of the Raiders, a minority owner, obviously. Also lost in the shuffle, so is Richard Seymour. So a couple of expatriates in there. Here's Mark Davis at the owner meetings talking about it.
What role do you expect Tom Brady to play in your organization?
Well, it's kind of putting the cart before the horse. We wanted to get to this point first before we started defining anything of that nature and all that. But it's just exciting. What I was going to say is we traded Davante Adams for Tom Brady.
I mean, that's a way to look at it.
Sure.
You traded Davante Adams for Tom Brady. Mark went on to talk a little more about the Brady acquisition, if you will.
Tom is somebody that for many years I didn't like very much. But, we've been through those situations before, and really it's the people that make the call. It's not the guys that are playing. And he did admit that it was a fumble. So, that, again, those are important aspects of the situation. But, we're just really proud to have him as part of this organization. He's a competitor. He's a bright young man. There's just so many pluses for both sides. It's just great. It's pretty interesting. It was about 4 years ago when Tom was, deciding where he was going to play again. And I wanted him to play for the Raiders. And so we got to know each other a little bit then. And it didn't come to fruition for certain reasons. And he went to Tampa Bay and ended up winning a Super Bowl. I had stayed in touch with his agent and just let his agent know at the time that, I would love at some point in time for Tom to be part of this organization. And so the seeds were sown then, and today it came to fruition.
Sacramento's Don Yee, by the way, is Tom Brady's agent.
Yes.
I always like to throw that out there. When Vivek bought the Kings, we actually mentioned this yesterday. Shortly thereafter, he a very small minority share of the team was given, sold, whatever, to Shaquille O'Neal, with the idea of him being an active part of growing the team's brand, working with DeMarcus Cousins, doing a lot of things. I think Shaq came to 2 games, and I'm sure sold his shares at some point for quite a bit of profit. And I hated it. I hated it it was honestly the first decision Vivek made that pissed me off. And maybe I'm being petty, but I had enough of Shaq owning my team in the playoffs. I didn't need him owning the team outright, and I would have rather that have gone to Chris Webber or Mitch Richmond, other guys that wanted an ownership that would have been better served, in my opinion. I do wonder how Raider fan feels about that, because the Patriots are authors, as well as Tom Brady, of one of the worst moments in Raider history on the field, the Tuck rule, that whole deal. And, they had to lose to Tom Brady quite a bit, as most teams did throughout his career. So is it I don't want this guy anywhere near the silver and black, it disgusts me? Or is it, hey, man, this can only benefit us. This is one of the greatest football minds in history, and he can only bring good things here?
I don't know the answer to that, because my answer would be, if there's so much crossover and relationships that maybe can be changed or formed in one area, and then boom, they change teams or have a different role, and there's a different opinion formed of this person. So he's not playing anymore.
Right.
If he can help to me, I would look at it if he can help the Raiders in any way, shape, or form. And maybe there's no help or is a non-factor, then it's not even a big deal to me at all. But I'm also not speaking from like that passion of a Raider fan that goes, that guy gutted my team. So, but if he came in and helps the Raiders in any way, then why would that be a bad thing?
I'm being serious about this. It's not going to happen, but true or false, the best thing Tom Brady could do for the Raiders right now would be to put a jersey on.
It's probably true.
I think so.
Right.
I mean, honestly, he's the best quarterback on that roster by far.
Right.
And you have a feeling that had Tom Brady decided to come back and play for the Raiders and own the team, which would be unprecedented, or be an owner of the team. Mark Davis is still the owner, by the way. Maybe Davante Adams wouldn't have left. It's not going to happen. But Mark did say in some of his comments, though, that he's going to have a big hand in drafting their next quarterback and working with the next quarterback. Now, there's some cleanups to do here. Should Tom Brady and by the way, this is not Tom Brady's only piece of ownership. He also is a pretty large stakeholder in the Birmingham soccer team over in England and goes over there quite a bit for their games, and they're a team that's on the rise. So he's dabbling already, a couple years after retiring in the executive world. But should he give up his announcing duties? And what I mean by that, and I know there's already been some talk about this, and I don't know if it's going to be the case or not. I need clarity. But announcers generally show up during the week. Let's say it's Niners, Bills, I don't know, in Buffalo. Announcers will usually arrive beginning middle of the week, and they spend the week. It's not like they fly in on Sunday or Saturday night. They spend the week or weekend having meetings with both sides. They're sitting down with coaches. They're sitting down with players. And they're not just talking to them. They're also trying to get heads up on certain things. Like coaches will tell them things off the record. Like one thing we really look to do with these guys is, we run Y2 Spider X Banana, whatever the hell, and they're really susceptible to it. To which, when you see those games happen, if you ever hear an announcement, we talked to Mark Andrews on Thursday, and he really said that's because they're doing all of that. I'm not saying that Brady necessarily would do this or not, but you have to wonder about is there impropriety with a team owner, a vested interest in a team, having really that kind of insider access into other locker rooms?
I didn't think of it from that way, but maybe would he not be able to do games involving the Raiders then?
I think for sure he can't do games.
Yeah, so then I think that keeps it relatively clean, but that doesn't mean, okay, in week 2, Tom Brady has the Ravens and Steelers, and later in the year, the Raiders play the Ravens and Steelers. It's like, I've got some pretty good intel. So I don't know about that part.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll go around the NFL next. But first, you know how sometimes radio and TV shows, they do the stupid teases. We'll do it as a joke where it'll be like, is Chris Webber making a comeback? We'll tell you next. This isn't one of those teases. Is there going to be Major League Baseball in Oakland next year? I'm going to tell you why that's not an unreal possibility. I'm being dead serious about this. This is a story we need to talk about and follow very closely, and we'll do that next.
The Sacramento Kings play here.
He's got the triple. Sacramento takes the lead. Outstanding ball movement by Sacramento.
Every triple, every jam, every Kings win.
Sabonis with the jam over the Joker. He's got the three-point shot.
Get your Kings fix all season long.
Right here on your home of the Sacramento Kings.
Here's a steal by Fox, a breakaway. He's got the rip with the left hand.
Sacktown Sports at sacktownsports.com.
Hey, everybody, it's your boy Kyle Draper. Drapes for Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. Now is the time to buy or lease a Mercedes-Benz van for sale. They have Sprinter vans. You could turn it into a worker cargo van, a worker passenger van, or just a plain old passenger van. They are fully customizable. And one of the things I love about their Sprinter vans, because trust me, I had a chance to check them out myself. I hopped in the Sprinter van, and you guys know I'm a big guy, right? Well, I was able to stand up head to toe and fit perfectly. So if you're interested in the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van for your business or just your personal needs, now is the time to head down to Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. They can help you find the configuration that best suits your needs. Plus, you can take advantage of the huge tax breaks before year's end. Take the short drive down I-5 or go online anytime at mbofstockton.com. That's mbofstockton.com, and tell them your boy Drape sent you.
Don't let summer energy slip away. Live the active life you love year-round with a personally fit arch support system from the Good Feet store. Precision engineered to support all 4 arches. Good Feet puts your feet in a more ideal, comfortable, and pain-free position. And Good Feet arch supports are now HSA and FSA eligible. Book a free fitting at goodfeet.com or come in and get a free pair of OS First Performance socks. Free. Normally a $25 value at the Good Feet store.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
O'Reilly.
Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts in West Sacramento and Town Center Plaza next to Nugget Markets now through October 29th for the Customer Appreciation Day sale. You'll get 2 times O rewards points on select purchases. Plus, pick up 5 quarts of any Mobil 1 full synthetic motor oil and receive a $10 gift card after rebate. And buy one, get one free Coca-Cola products at your Town Center Plaza, O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Model Year End pricing is back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
During the Model Year End event, lower interest rates at Folsom Lake Honda make lower payments. It's no wonder why Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop. Come in today or check out our entire inventory online at folsomlakehonda.com.
Get an instant cash offer for your trade at folsomlakehonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda.
Go to folsomlakehonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
Whitey here reminding you that not all grills are created equal. Give your family a real treat. Bring out all the flavors of the upcoming holidays with the amazing Napoleon Prestige line of outdoor cookers. Napoleon grills that features other grills can't match. They're built different, built better, built to last, complete with a lifetime warranty. All made with premium steel that boasts absolute quality. Just because it's October does not mean we can't barbecue outside. Visit California Backyard now for your best selection of grills and Napoleon Grills accessories.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
All right, I want to pay off this ASTs, but as always, something grabbed my eye. You know, there's big controversy going on with our city council right now because new mayor's coming in December, and Daryl's on his way out, and the city manager, Howard Chan, is up for a raise, and there's this big controversy. Do they decide on that now, or do they let the new mayor decide? I've met Howard a couple times. He seems, I don't know anything about him. He seems like a fine guy. This isn't, what I'm about to say is not about Howard. This just blew me away. The governor of California makes $224,000 a year, I think. The lieutenant governor makes $175,000. I'm getting this offline here. The state controller gets $187,000. The attorney general $203,000. Jason, the city manager of Sacramento, gets paid $593,000 a year. It's the highest of any city manager in the state, and he just got his 6th raise in 7 years. Now
This seems like a cash grab.
Like what?
I should have became a city
That's
manager.
what I'm saying. I can manage a city. I'll manage it right now.
Let's put lights right there.
$600,000. And the only thing that got me was just the context. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's the going rate for a city manager. I don't know. Maybe the governor must make $1 million.
Right.
And by the way, I know you can't do this. I'm really not getting political. I don't know. I'm not saying one guy deserves it or the other way. I'm just saying, did anyone know that?
I had no idea. Not in comparison to the others.
What did you think that the city manager was
Honest
thinking?
to God, somewhere in the 150, 140, 130, maybe something low 6 figures is what I thought. If you asked me to guess,
yeah,
$600,000,
$593.
6 raises in 7 years and going for a 7th. I mean, by the way, I'm completely ignorant to this. Maybe he's like the greatest city manager ever.
Have you walked around here?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to know what is the deal with that? Like, and also, what kind of training do you need? Can you run for this?
City manager is appointed, correct?
I think so. I know, Daryl. Point me. I'm a good guy. I'll manage. I won't mess anything. Well, I probably would. Yeah, I probably would. Golly.
You freak out about Kings games.
That was what I'm saying. $600,000. And the governor makes $240? And what this is a fact. Our city manager makes more in salary than the president of the United States, who I think is like at $475.
Wow.
Like, what is going on? Anyways, that's not what you tuned in for. I'm like, come on, dude. $400,000 a year. United States, president of the United States. Now, they're also going to make. I'm not.
Yeah.
There's other ways, in speaking and blah blah blah.
That's just for their pocket change.
Yeah, right.
For all the money they do have to spend. Wait.
Right. And by the way, can I just say $600,000? I'll bet you there's an expense account too.
Yeah.
I'll bet you there's a staff. I'm not lying, man.
But he's driving a smart car
for the city.
I want that job, dude. Jesus. All right.
Yes.
I meant what I said. Could baseball be played in Oakland next year? Because if you haven't followed this, the Hurricanes, not the hockey team, have pretty much destroyed the home of the Tampa Bay Rays. The roof has been completely...
Not pretty much.
Yeah, it's done.
The roof is gone.
The roof is gone. It's gone away. And they're saying that it will take somewhere in the 9 figures. That means a minimum of $100 million to fix it. The problem is they were already trying. Tropicana Field makes Oakland Coliseum look like Allegiant Stadium. It's so outdated. So as of right, and by the way, it's not a question, it's a fact. They've said this. It will not be ready. It will not be ready for baseball by this spring. Like, they have said that. So as of right now, the Tampa Bay Rays.
And I believe that Tampa Bay, the way their lease works is they have to cover damages to the stadium.
Good.
Like, I'm sure insurance would cover much of it, but I'm guessing not all of it.
But those deductibles, dude, are just through the roof. This is an incredibly interesting story that we need to watch, because they need a home. This was already a team that was prime for the bottom 2 attended teams in the league were bottom 3. It's Oakland, Tampa, and Miami. Florida is just not a baseball state. Right. It's not that there aren't baseball fans there, but they're all Yankee fans.
Right. I mean, I think it's a baseball state. Just both teams have not done a good job of bringing people to the stadium.
I look, I'm not indifferent to what you're saying, Chris, but I will say this. The Tampa Bay Rays have been incredibly competitive for the most part over the last decade. The Florida Marlins have 2 championships. And granted, the model is different. Let's win a title. Let's clear it out. Let's win a title. And to your point, the marketing and but
plus Oakland Stadium makes Tampa's look like Oracle Park.
That's what I'm saying, exactly. But Miami has a brand new spanking stadium that's gorgeous and still has new stadium smell to it. Like it shouldn't be that bad. It's just not a thing. Baseball is just not working in Florida. Well, there's probably, my guess, going to be a resolution somewhere in the greater Tampa area, whether they co-opt a minor league park, which
who's ever done that?
Imagine playing Major League Baseball in a minor league park.
Yeah. It's going to be so funny hearing the arguments of why Tampa can't play somewhere for the reasons that they're like, oh yeah, the A's are fine doing all that.
The argument that hits me the most against, for example, them coming to Oakland, the argument that hits me the most, which I'm 100% not indifferent to, a lot of people losing jobs. A lot of people losing jobs out in Florida. They're already dealing with a few things. There's nothing good about that. A lot of people losing jobs in Oakland, though, and it's true. It's a little more expensive to live there, too. It doesn't make one right or wrong. But you do have a major league ready ballpark that is literally turnkey and does not have a Major League Baseball tenant that has new ownership. And I can promise you that new ownership of the Coliseum has reached out and said, guys, what do we need to do?
So let's just play this out just for fun. Let's say somehow, some way they work out a deal to come this way.
Yeah.
How does that look in just, I don't know, week 2 of the regular season? Tampa and Detroit in Oakland.
So I think the first question is this, and I don't know the answers to this, but would it be Tampa? Would it be Tampa, or would it just be the Rays? Or whatever.
But I mean, not.
Yeah.
We know they're not Oakland's team,
right?
And you still have Oakland's team here, which is weird. The people they became attached to, we all know how they think about, ownership of Oakland. This is just like a totally foreign team. I mean, it's almost like a bowl game being played in a different city with two teams. You're like, okay, great. It's Boston College and Rice in San Francisco. It's like, okay, I'm going to go watch college football. What's my attachment to these teams besides it being Major League Baseball? I just wonder how it would do. Now, look, now it's out of necessity, not out of, you almost don't care.
The owner in his 20th year of owning the Rays is Stuart Sternberg. He owns Stewie Sternberg. He's made his money on Wall Street, blah, blah, blah. I've got the solution, and I'm sorry, Tampa, but you got the Bucks and you got this and that, whatever. It's real simple. A's come to Sacramento. They go to Vegas. Stewie steps in, gives John Fisher a little bit of cash, buys the rights to the A's. The A's rebrand. The Rays come out to Oakland. They're in Oakland. Baseball approves it. The Rays become the A's. Already rhymes.
Yeah, well, they've got a new stadium.
Who does?
Tampa.
They do?
Yeah. 2028.
They already start on it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there goes that idea. I didn't know that. Screw you, Chris. Well, kind of threw the whole idea. Okay, well, they play here till 2028 then. They play here in Oakland till 2028, while the A's play in Sacramento until 2028.
So they'll both be the Rays. I'm working on it. The Tampa Rays.
All right, how about this? Vegas falls through. The A's go and play in the new Tampa Stadium, and the Rays stay here in the Coliseum.
Smooth.
And the River Cats get their home back. Yes. We'll take a break when we come back. Has the Kings' preseason performance done anything to your expectations for the season? Or like Brian in the chat, are you saying, hey, relax, it's preseason?
Relax.
We'll get to that next.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again. Check out SacktownSports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and The Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, The Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on SacktownSports.com.
When I wake up
the best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I pull on my jeans and I feel all right.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick. Soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Need to hire? You need Indeed. Their all-in-one platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates, all from one place. And Indeed's interview tool lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from their website. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Wow, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Save no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Did you know that Wendy's has any size soft drinks for just $1? Yeah, any size, anytime. Like $1 Coke $1 Sprite or even $1 strawberry Fanta. Okay, could we maybe switch up the sound effect, please? 'Cause I'm losing it. Wow, no, not that. Any size soft drink for just $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. A la carte only. Not valid in a combo. Exclusions apply.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. SubcontractorsUnited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
The garage won't open again.
We're all out of coffee.
Life has enough surprises. Your car shouldn't be one of them. Stockton Honda keeps your car worry-free. From routine maintenance to that something's not right moment, our certified Honda experts know how to fix it right the first time.
Here you go, ma'am. You're all set.
Thank you.
Stockton Honda Service Department, keeping you ready for the road ahead.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Carmichael Dave here from my good friends at American Energy. Cool weather, if not cold weather, is in our future. You know that. It'll eventually get there, and American Energy wants to make sure your system is operating safely and properly. So now is the time to take advantage of the $49 fall tune-up inspection. That's regularly $119, but includes a full safety and duct inspection. And if your system's over 10 years old, it's free. The tune-up is on American Energy. Give them a call right now. They're offering $50 off your first recommended repair, or if you need a new furnace, that's half off the price of a new unit. American Energy been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You can check them out at theaeway.com for an instant quote. That's theaeway.com. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Check out Sacramento State football this Saturday, 6 p.m. versus Weber State.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacramento's official home of the 49ers.
San Francisco.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are halfway through the week. Your week! So right now, I need every single listener on their feet. Callers, texters, YouTubers. Make some noise for Sacramento's favorite sports morning show. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, and the man behind the glass, Chris Burlon.
Scotty Fresh. Welcome back. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, Chris Burlon. Second half of the program, second half of the week. Jason, as we get to the Kings, I just wanted to, can I give you a quick Niner thing?
Please.
Brock Purdy is currently second in the league behind Geno Smith for passing yardage.
Right.
And you know, we've been big proponents of Brock Purdy and big opponents of this narrative about how he's a system guy and, you know, the whole yard, you basically dump it off 3 yards of Deebo Samuel and Deebo gains 50 and hey, Brock Purdy threw for 55 yards, Well, I won't say when you're wrong, but I think too often we present things like our arguments, and then when data comes out that may counter the argument, we just don't present that. Right. I'm not going to do that. Yeah. I have now in front of me through 6 games, I have the yards after catch percentage per team. In other words, what percentage of their receiving yards have come after the catch?
Okay.
You would think Brock Purdy's number 1 or number 2. Actually, the Chiefs are at number 1. 64.4% of their receiving yards have come after the catch. Second, the Bucks at 63.4%. Third, the Dolphins at 59.3%. Lions at 56.9%. Bills at 55.6%. Now, if I was just being a D-bag, which I'm really tempted to do, I would literally run through everything. But let me just skip to the chase, Jason. At 32.1%, the San Francisco 49ers, we're looking at a bar graph here. And the Niners are off. They have the biggest separation, good or bad, from any team.
Yeah, there's the first two, and then there's a mini drop.
A little drop.
But then it's like a steady going downstairs, right?
Yes.
And then the last step is
it's
cliff.
the one where you think you have a next step, but it's a bit more of a drop off, and you almost hyperextend your knee.
Big time.
The second worst team in yards after catch, honestly, a little surprising. Sam Darnold's Vikings with Justin Jefferson at 40.4%. 32 out of 32 teams. The San Francisco 49ers. Remember, the Vikings at 40%. The Niners are at 32.1%. The Niners are at 32.1%, dead last in the league, and Brock Purdy is second in the league in yards. Like, at what point are those people, like, why can't we live in a world, Jason, where those people come out and they're like, you know what?
I was wrong.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I was really, really wrong about that. I was really, really wrong.
I don't know. In my experience, people are not great with sorry. Or I was wrong. Or whatever. Something along those lines. Especially in sports takes.
Yeah, I just, Anyways. Sacramento Kings preseason performance has been poo-pee, if you will. Not to swear, but it has been. And they're 0-4. And they have, in the last two games especially, played their starters basically regular season minutes. And they have lost. And honestly, the Portland loss to me was worse than last night's loss, because I think Utah's a slightly better team than Portland, and Portland still had like 3/5 of their starting lineup out and some key pieces, and it was at home for the Kings. Now, we just pointed out a statistic about Brock Purdy, and the numbers show things. If the biggest bright side I can give you to the preseason is that the Kings are averaging like 22% from beyond the arc. If that's just
You're taking that as a bright side.
I'm taking it as a bright side in the sense that that's not what's going to happen. I mean, if it does happen in the regular season, I think they like break a record for futility.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. So turn that around and just put the Kings at their average. And they're probably 2-2 in the preseason. And we're just like, okay, well, but they're not, and it's not. And I'm trying to find, like, well, is there a reason they're shooting poorly? Like, is it something beyond they're just missing shots? Like, are teams able to come out more and defend the 3-point line a little bit more aggressively than they did last year because of DeMar DeRozan's presence? Because that's really the only thing that's changed. I don't have the answer, but it is concerning. It is incredibly concerning.
Last night, the oddity of the game, to me, one of the best, I would call like sets or looks that look like a designed, hey, we want to create this three.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not, in my opinion, was for Alex Len. And he made it.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, they're playing Alex Len and Sabonis. I don't remember seeing this much. And Len basically looked like he ran through the key, ran to the corner. They kind of moved the ball around, threw it to him in the corner, catch, shoot, three. I'm like, bang.
Bang.
Like a play you'd run for Keegan or Malik or Herter. And I'm like, that looked great. That was really impressive.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much of a neighborhood we're living in with Alex Len shooting high volume threes for this team. I am concerned about the 3-point shooting actually a little bit, because I thought it was, I wouldn't even say a season-long issue, but they took a lot of threes a year ago, and I didn't think hit them at as high a clip as they should have. And so far, again, yeah, I'll take the caveat it's 4 games and that it's preseason, but I don't think they've shot it very well.
No, they haven't. And just to give you some context, Jason, The Sacramento Kings last year were literally the definition of average when it came to three-point percentage. They were 15 out of 30 teams. They shot the ball 36.6% from beyond the arc. Again, they're in the low to mid 20s. I can go figure it out, but they're in the low to mid 20s so far in the preseason. So they're shooting almost certainly double digits lower on average than they did. Now, here's where that stat gets a little bit better. Even though they were average when it came to their percentage, they were number 2 in the NBA when it came to attempts. The only team that attempted more was Boston at 42 per game. 42 per game. The Kings attempted 39.3 three-pointers per game. That was 0.5 of a point ahead of third place Golden State. So even though they're average, they're also shooting such a high volume from beyond the arc that you can live with that a little bit. They're not shooting themselves out of any games. I'll take that trade. The idea, I guess, is just simply if they now, what's the difference though? The difference is DeMar DeRozan. And by the way, I'm not blaming DeMar. I'm just saying he's the new addition. And you also have Keon Ellis as of right now in that starting lineup. That's the difference. Sabonis is not a 3-point shooter.
Though they want him to shoot more, and he's
they
taking
do
2 to 3 a game. But I mean, there'll be games where he's 0 for 3, and there'll be some games where maybe he knocks down 2. But I'm not counting on that as a massive weapon for this team.
No. As a matter of fact, and just go back to DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan's career average from beyond the arc is 29.6. He's a mid-range guy. He's not that he can't. He shot 33% last year. That's not like the worst ever, but it ain't great. He's not a 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
Sabonis is not a 3-point shooter right now. De'Aaron has definitely made plenty of strides there, but really the true blue 3-point shooter on the team as of right now is Keegan Murray.
Right. And that's what makes me wonder.
Not counting Kevin Huerter, by the way, who's hurt. Sorry.
That's what makes me wonder about Huerter, right? Look, there is an argument to be made for Kevin Huerter in the starting lineup. Certainly. I mean, there's an argument to be made for Monk. You can put Lyles. Keon Ellis is certainly there right now. I'm not sure what Mike Brown's going to do. I know why they play Keon Ellis right now, certainly. He is actually an efficient 3-point shooter. Doesn't take a lot of them, but he is good, and he's a good defender. Kevin Huerter in the offense, that floor is going to be spaced. And if he has first half of year 1 as a King shooting year, that's going to really help the team. But I don't know where Mike Brown's going to land on the eventual starting lineup for this team.
Well,
it might be what we're looking at now.
Well, and just some context, it's a very short sample size, but last year, Keon Ellis shot almost exactly 3 3-pointers per game. He shot 41.7%.
Percentage is good, yeah.
Percentage is great. So you go, well, does Keon need to up his volume? De'Aaron Fox had a big jump last year. De'Aaron Fox
his best year.
Holy crap. Took almost 8 threes a game, and he made it at a 37% clip. You take 8 threes a game and you make 37% of them. Again, I'll take that. That's not bad at all. And he has been improving that.
Yeah.
But when you look at a guy like Kevin Huerter, for example, I mean, last year was not great for him, but you're talking about a guy whose career average is 38.2%. And last year was a down year, and he shot 36% on a little over 5 per game. He averages just under 6 per game for his career. So they've got that. I think the very easy analysis, they got to shoot better from beyond the arc.
Correct.
And based on career averages, based on team averages, that should almost certainly happen once, as the season begins. And by the end of the year, we're probably looking back on this team and they're shooting 36%. But that's not going to come from DeMar DeRozan. And you now have, for sure, 40% of your starting lineup in DeRozan and Sabonis that are not 3-point shooters. They will hit one or two. They're not 3-point shooters. That's not their game.
And Ellis is a low volume.
Which is, again, why I wonder if Mike Brown's got to go, dude, you need to increase until we'll let you know when to not shoot, but we need you to shoot more.
Right.
We'll take a break. When we return, as we continue on the program, how about some post-game reaction? We've got audio from last night's Kings Jazz game. We don't.
Oh yeah, maybe because of that. Yeah, maybe we don't. Thought we might.
Oh! I'm sorry because we didn't. Well, I mean, we could go over some of the. I mean, I've got some of those.
We can all do an impression of what we thought they might have said.
I like that. I like this.
Well, here's what we'll do. We've got some highlights from the game. We'll go over that a little bit. Also, we need to go around the NFL as well with a couple of things. We'll do all that next. But first, hey, look, I ain't gonna lie. I got a little thrown there. But you know what? You recover. Hey, it's getaway day. What do you want from me? And you talk about your good
You sound like you're from London.
You talk about your friends at good old Hoblets. They've always got stuff going on. By the way, this is no joke. Went outside a couple breaks ago. I even took a picture and tweeted it. It was raining. Jason, I'll show you. I'll show you the picture right now. Yeah. Well, now you sound like that drop he always plays for Victor Wembanyama. Look at the rain on the ground. Pouring. Storm. 2024 storm watch. Well, here's the bottom line. Hoblet's going to help you get ready for the fall and winter because we are still in the days. That's Ram Power Days. Thank you, Jason Ross. Save up to $17,000 off MSRP on select new 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorns. Save up to $15,000 off MSRP on hard to find brand new 2024 Ram 2500 Tradesman. Oh, Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xEs, $16,000 off. Hello. See Hoblet's true pricing. It's not Hoblet's false pricing, guys, like other places. It's true pricing at HobletDodge.com. What does that mean? That means the price you see is the price you pay. No hidden fees, no add-ons, no surprises. Search, select, and save at HobletDodge.com. No hassle, no pressure, ever. Dealership, and you tell Carmichael Dave sent you. We go around the NFL. We check in on the Kings next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app. Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say. He's good at what he does.
On Sacktown Sports.
From the 209, are you actually worried based on a 4-game preseason set? I'm not. Well, and then the very next text, by the way. Can we stop with the 50-win projections finally? This ain't a 50-win team. I would say I'm going to answer both of those because I disagree with both of them. And one is you would skew positive, one you would skew negative. We'll start with the first one. Am I worried about a 4-game preseason set? Yeah. That doesn't mean I think the team's going to miss the playoffs and everything's done and we should trade everybody. But there's worry and then there's freaking out. I'm not freaking out. We just went through the whole last segment talking about the bright side, which is they suck from beyond the arc, and that shouldn't happen. It's concerning, though. It's concerning because these guys are your starters. They're playing big minutes. They're playing teams that aren't great, that aren't always playing their starters, and they're losing. It's not the wins or losses I care about. It's what's going on during the games. And, yeah, it's very concerning. And the idea, can they flip a switch? Will everything be okay a week from tomorrow? Yeah. Maybe. But it's concerning.
Yeah, and there's such a it's almost like this is the first impression of this year's team. And it's preseason, but we've said this before. So if the Kings start out, let's say they start the season 0-4, there will be a lot of panic. It's only 4 games or 78 more to go. And if you were 15 games above 500 and lost 4 in a row in March, it's like, oh man, that's a bummer. Yeah, kind of cooled off, but it's 4 in a row. This is the first thing we've seen. So this is the first evaluation. And when you go, I think they're going to be pretty good. Yes. And right now it's not lining up with that.
That's right.
It makes you wonder, wait, was my evaluation wrong? Maybe they're not as good?
Uh-huh.
And until they start backing that feeling up,
right?
How else are you not going to feel like a little less than you did? Wherever you were, maybe you're going, hey, I got him for 39 wins. All right, maybe you're less than that now. I have him for 55. Well, I would think you have him for less than that just based on the 4 you watched and it doesn't mean you're wrong on either one right now.
No, and getting rid of whether you had a 50-win prediction, I'm not going to adjust my thoughts down because of preseason either. Right. I need to see. None of this counts. The Kings have not lost a regular season game yet. And Raider Ted's in the chat saying basketball preseason is becoming about as meaningless as football preseason. I couldn't disagree more. I'm not saying basketball preseason is the end-all be-all. It's not, but it is not the NFL preseason.
No, and I've said it, and I'll say it again. I don't care that they're 0-4.
Right.
That's the relevance. It's how they play.
That's right.
And, in some mystery world, had they won the game somehow on Sunday when they had all those, I don't know how they would have, but they were awful. So they have an awful game in here. They've got 2 games where I think the starters were really good against the Warriors, but lost. I don't care that they lost those games. I left those 2 going, I think there's something here.
That's right.
The next game was awful against Portland. And last night was probably somewhere in between where there were some good moments, some bad moments. They didn't win. I don't care about that. The part that I care about is they went for it. They tried to win that game.
Yeah.
And played their guys, wanted to close the game out and didn't. Now, again, that's not a full tell, but those are a couple things that more lean towards some concerns. But again, they open up next Thursday and beat Minnesota by 20.
Great.
Who cares what just happened? But are these things to watch going forward?
If you want to go apples to apples, imagine whoever your team is. Mine's the Niners. Just pick your team. And let's say let's pick Carolina, the team everyone thinks sucks the most, or most people think that. So imagine that you're playing in a preseason game. This would, of course, never happen. But for the Niners, you go out there with Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, Trent Williams, Fred Warner, everybody. All the blue chippers are in there. And instead of playing a series or 2, they play for 3.5 quarters.
Yeah.
They get taken out with, let's say, 6 minutes left in the 4th, and Carolina goes into Levi Stadium for this preseason game in which your starters played for 3.5 quarters, and they beat them 32-13, and these guys leave with 6 minutes left. And then you proceed to go on the road to Jacksonville. I don't know. I'm picking another crap team, and you do the same thing. You play your starters for 3 3/4, and you look. Guess what? You're going to have some issues with that. It's not NBA preseason is not the same. These guys are playing starter minutes. They're not lollygagging it. Domantas Sabonis had 29 points and 16 rebounds last night.
Yeah.
They're not lollygagging it. They're not half-assing it. They tried to win, as you've said many, many times, and they couldn't beat the Jazz.
Yeah.
That is not the sky is falling for me, but that is eyebrow is raised into the middle of my forehead for me. Really?
Yeah, because, for me, I look at, and then the other trends are Portland was a little bit bigger. We are concerned about their size. I thought that bothered the Kings. Okay, well, Portland's not going to be the only team that runs out a bigger lineup. So is this going to be a season-long thing? Also, Portland and Utah would be considered, fair or not, that they would be lesser than the Sacramento Kings.
That's right.
We saw the Kings lose to lesser teams last year far too many times. Again, I don't even know what the fair number is, but let's just say acceptable might be 4.
Okay.
3 to 4 losses like that in a year because they happen to everybody. I don't know, Dave, what they have 7, 10, 12 of those? Way too many. And it can't just be, well, the Kings have a better record than this team. They have to beat them. It's not that simple. They were losing at home to Charlotte, who had lost 11 in a row.
Yes.
Detroit, who was missing everybody and came in here as, one of the worst teams in NBA history and beat the Kings. Portland down all these players. And they had way too many of those. So, it just takes you back to those things. It's not panic mode by any means. It's just, you want them to improve and fix some of those things that they did a year ago.
The Sacramento Kings are not only literally middle of the pack, 15th in 3-point percentage. They are also the exact same. They are 15th when it comes to payroll. They are at $180 million. They have 2 max guys, soon to be 3 max guys. By the way, that whole thing about De'Aaron Fox passing up the max deal that went on, that was 3 months old.
Yeah.
I don't understand why
it also still makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why it resurfaced the other. It was stupid. The problem, again, if we're getting into problems, we've talked a lot about front court depth and lack thereof. We've talked about defense, and was the second half last year a mirage. And even with, and by the way, the whole the Kings were top 5 or whatever they were in defense, towards the second half last year. Let's also not get fooled by numbers either. The offense was down as well. And when when you score less, you generally give up less. So was it that their defense was markedly better? I think it was. Was it as better as, are they like legit a top 5 defense? I do not believe they're a legit top 5 defense. I worry about the defense. I worry about the front court depth. But Jason, let's just talk about the depth on this team overall. Like you've got a very solid starting 5. We're going to get into the ESPN top 100 here in a little bit. And there's going to be a few Kings on there. But once you get to the bench, you start with Malik Monk. That's awesome. And then you're either going Keon Ellis or Kevin Huerter. And then I just got to tell you, man, there is an absolute cliff you drop off of.
I would say this is a fair when healthy, Trey Lyles is fine, but the when healthy part's now becoming a concern, right?
Absolutely.
I would, when he's there's no issues.
Right.
But that's becoming a thing with him.
Went over that yesterday. Yep.
I will say, again, in 2 preseason games, I really like Jordan McLaughlin.
Yeah, I've heard a lot. Yeah, his energy is real infectious, and I love his defense. He's just a scrappy dude.
And great, awesome, but he's in a spot where they're pretty good.
Right.
And that's not his fault. But if he plays 10, 12, 15 effective minutes a night, kind of where they wanted in that Davion role, I don't see what's wrong with that. But I feel comfortable saying whatever that bench. So maybe McLaughlin, Lyles, Huerter, if we're putting him on the bench,
right?
And Len.
Let me go back to McLaughlin, by the way. And McLaughlin's a guy, that's another guy I don't understand. Like, this is nothing against him, but you're talking about a guy who's 28 years old with career averages of 3.5 points and a rebound and assist. Like, and it's not all about, well, what about the defense? Okay, well, you just drafted Devin Carter.
Right.
You drafted Devin Carter to go with Keon Ellis and De'Aaron Fox and everybody else that's back there. So you're doing this. You can only have so many guys that really they'll give you a couple floaters a game, but the rest of the time out there, they're half a player. And again, no disrespect to Jordan McLaughlin. I'm going off the numbers. You can only have so much of that.
Right.
We are so imbalanced with these scrappy, can play defense on the fly, but you can only have one of them on the floor at that position at a time, and you're giving up a ton of offense for that. So I like him in a vacuum, but I don't know that, especially when Carter comes back. And your first-round draft pick, by the way, is probably, if not out for the season, certainly out for most of the season.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. When we come back, 4 down territory, we switch to football. The Super Bowls, including a new one that has been announced. And some of the NFL leaders are a little bit interesting 6 games into the year. We'll talk about that and more. But first, a word from Gonzalez Law and Jason Ross right here on Sacktown Sports.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Well, I got a website and a phone number for you that you need to know. SacLegalDefense.com. The number is 916-304-9187. Now, being arrested or charged with a crime in the state of California, that's frightening. It can be frustrating, confusing that whole situation, especially if it's your first time and you don't know who to go to, who to call, who to trust. Well, how about someone that's local, someone that is right here in our community, one of us, but that's got a great success rate and that wants to help? That's the law offices of Jonathan Gonzalez. Again, SacLegalDefense.com, 916-304-9187. These situations can come at you quickly out of nowhere, or maybe it's something that's happened in the past, something that's still hanging around that you like off your record. Well, he can take care of expungements and help you out there. We've got wrongful termination cases. There's so many different things that can happen, auto accidents, that you need some representation, you need some help. Well, again, the law offices of Jonathan Gonzalez is who you should be contacting. And in fact, he had remained undefeated in cases from 2016 through 2019 for jury trials. And this year he plans to do, no different, right? So this is an effective worker, someone that is in our community and someone that wants to help. The law offices of Jonathan Gonzalez, SacLegalDefense.com, 916-304-9187.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Elk Grove Honda.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. It is Wednesday. It's an unsettled day today with clouds and scattered showers possible through the morning and into the midday. By late afternoon, we should see more breaks of sunshine. It'll be noticeably cooler with highs today in the upper 70s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
At Elk Grove Honda, we've acquired some of the best pre-owned cars we can find. Whether you purchase a new Honda or a like-new pre-owned Honda, Elk Grove Honda has the right Honda at the right price. In the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard, or elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
The Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop is your unsurpassed spot to find the hottest golf gear, best pricing, and elite expertise. Every club on the shelves can be tried for free on the driving range. 3 TrackMan units and a Hagen Oaks team of skilled fitting professionals provide the finest club fitting experience. Our personable Super Shop staff will show you the newest to help you look and play your best. You love golf. The Hagen Oaks team loves golf too. Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, Fulton Avenue at Business 80. Learn more at hagenoaks.com or 916-481-GOLF.
Don't let summer energy slip away. Live the active life you love year-round with a personally fit arch support system from the Good Feet store. Precision engineered to support all 4 arches. Good Feet puts your feet in a more ideal, comfortable, and pain-free position. And Good Feet arch supports are now HSA and FSA eligible. Book a free fitting at goodfeet.com or come in and get a free pair of OS First Performance socks. Free. Normally a $25 value at the Good Feet store.
Disturbed. Live. Oh, get up, come on, get down with the 25th anniversary of the 5-time platinum album, The Sickness. 2 sets, 1 show, The Sickness in its entirety, and greatest hits with special guests, Daughtry, and nothing more. Friday, May 9th, Golden One Center. Tickets on sale Friday at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. Disturbed. Live.
O'Reilly.
Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts in West Sacramento and Town Center Plaza next to Nugget Markets now through October 29th for the Customer Appreciation Day sale. You'll get 2 times O rewards points on select purchases. Plus, pick up 5 quarts of any Mobil 1 full synthetic motor oil and receive a $10 gift card after rebate. And buy 1, get 1 free Coca-Cola products at your Town Center Plaza, O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Don't miss the action as the Kings tip off their 40th season in Sacramento. Be there for opening night at Golden One Center on Thursday, October 24th, when the Kings take on the Minnesota Timberwolves at 7 p.m. Tickets for all games are on sale now, so be sure to get yours to see De'Aaron Fox, Domantas Sabonis, new addition DeMar DeRozan, and all of your Sacramento Kings take the court. Head to kings.com/tickets to secure your seat for the action.
Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140
on Sacktown Sports.
Welcome back. We're breaking it down here. Dave, Jason, Chris. Just a reminder, I've said it before, I'll say it again because not everybody listens all the time, and if not, shame on you. I leave this evening. I will be overseas till the 27th.
Where are you going? Patrick Stewart money.
That's new.
Wait, what?
Patrick Stewart money.
Patrick Stewart, is that money?
Yeah.
Patrick Stewart money. No, Peace Dude's going to be here. I'm going to be there. He's going to be here.
But isn't that his team?
That is his team. Huddersfield Town. Absolutely.
Patrick Stewart money.
To be shuttling back and forth a couple times between old Jolly Old and New York City. So
New York City.
What was it? New York City. Get a rope.
Exactly.
That Pace Picante.
Yes. Good poll. I didn't think you'd get it.
So I will. I'm going to try to do a bunch of shows, but at the very least, I'll be in New York Thursday, Friday. of next week.
Yeah.
So of next week. So we'll do we'll do shows full strength Thursday, Friday. I miss an opening day. It's like miss my kid's graduation or something. Well, maybe not as bad, but pretty close. But we'll have all your coverage here. Jason and Chris will take you all the way through the week as well.
Wow, you could be in New York.
Could be in
potentially for Yankees Mets. Chaos, mayhem.
Wonder which would be cheaper to get into: Yankees Mets or Jags Patriots in London.
Jags Patriots.
You think it'll be cheaper?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or Yankees Dodgers. Or Mets Guardians.
Or Mets Guardians.
Yeah.
That'd be weird.
Yeah.
4 down territory, please. And we got Sac State tickets to give away a little bit later on in the program as well. Maybe end of this segment, by the way, if you play your cards right and you all behave. In the meantime, Christopher Laud's got a question.
The next 4 Super Bowls will be in New Orleans, San Francisco, Santa Clara, Los Angeles, and Atlanta. Rank them in order of best to worst.
All right.
I know you're number 1.
Yeah, number 1 is New Orleans, of course. I would say, look, ranking them best to worst is, of course, well, what are you looking for? So I'm just ranking them based on cities I would enjoy the most. Okay. Me. Number 1, Atlanta. Or excuse me, number 1, New Orleans. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. Number 1, New Orleans. Number 2, Los Angeles. Here's why. Although I hate LA.
You vomited the last time there.
I
Pierre Garçon.
I damn near puked all over Pierre Garçon. That is a true story.
Were you going to puke on him or on Jay Mars?
We had Garçon at the end in our star-studded week of guests. It was the last interview of the last part of the show before we came home. And Jay and I were down there.
It's not like the Kings made a transformer trade.
No. And I had, before I got this knock on wood medication I've had for the last couple of years that has been pretty good. I had one of the mothers of all. I had a migraine so bad that in any other situation I would have gone home. I could barely see. I'm interviewing Pierre. The lights are bright. It's noisy as hell, and it just got to the point where I threw up. But I left we finished the interview a couple minutes early, and I immediately went to the bathroom, which was closed. Then went to you're in this hotel room. You have all these different displays and stuff. I went through these velvet ropes to get to a different bathroom because it was going to happen. And you'll remember the story. These security guards, sir, you can't go in there. I said, I'm going to puke all over the floor if I don't. They just, okay, go ahead. And I went in there and just stuck my head in that toilet. It was a fun time. That being said, again, my rankings, because my sister lives down there. I get to spend some time with her, and I love the beach. I will say this. I do love, you get south, that space between San Diego and LA, the whole Orange County and below, all that. I like that area enough to visit. So I would say number 1, New Orleans, of course. Number 2, Los Angeles. Number 3, San Francisco, which I know has its issues, but I do enjoy. Just Atlanta's got nothing for me. I know that Atlanta is one of the more popular spots for NBA players, athletes. Everyone loves Atlanta. It's hot. It's humid. The airport sucks. The traffic sucks. It just, other than the food, I do enjoy the food. But for me, when I've ever spent any time out in Atlanta, I'm always doing stuff outside of Atlanta that I'm enjoying. That's just not my scene. So I want nothing to do with that one.
It was ironic. My list, the same.
Exactly the same.
The only knock of why I maybe wouldn't have LA 2 and San Francisco 3 would be it wouldn't feel like it doesn't feel that different. It's almost like you're just going down there. Oh, by the way,
there's a Super Bowl. Yeah.
I like when you're New Orleans, it's gonna be a trip, and Atlanta's gonna be a trip.
Totally.
But yeah, I would do that same order: New Orleans, LA, San Francisco, Atlanta.
And we will be at least I will be, and pending his schedule, Jason will be covering this year's Super Bowl live from New Orleans on Radio Row. I hope.
Oh,
I hope. One way or the other. Second down, please.
Bigger trade yesterday, Adams to Jets or Cooper to Bills?
Adams to the Jets, I think.
That'll have a bigger impact?
That's an interesting part of it because Josh Allen has – look, Josh Allen's still doing fine, but the Bills are missing something. And losing Stephon Diggs, no matter how much of a headache he may or may not be, depending on who you talk to, he is one of the surest receivers in the game. They get a guy, Amari Cooper, who's going to come and plug and play right there. He probably already knows the playbook like the back of his hand. He's going to run these beautiful routes. Now you're going to have Amari Cooper and Keon Coleman and Dalton Kincaid, the rest of those guys. Hopefully, for the Bills' sake, Dalvin Cook can get healthier and make something happen. I honestly think, though, now that the Packers are the Jets, you're going to have Alan Lazard, you're going to have Davante Adams, Aaron Rodgers doing his thing. I love that defense of the Jets. I think they're both going to be very big impacts. I think a lot of people are sniffing over the Amari Cooper trade because of what happened with Davante.
Yeah,
I give the Adams the edge, but don't sleep on Amari Cooper to the Bills.
Yeah, I wouldn't at all. I think Adams is the better receiver.
Not Dalvin Cook, James Cook. Sorry, Bills. Thank you, chat. Wrong brother.
I think Adams is the better receiver, but the Bills are the better team, and I think the impact here is going to be for Buffalo. I really think this is a nice, subtle move. And, yeah, the headlines are Davante Adams for sure, and it's New York. But I think that impact is going to go for the Bills and Cooper.
Third down, please.
We will have 2 Monday Night Football games again this week. Do you like that?
Like,
it's so weird that they're within like a half hour
that's
of one
the
another.
Problem.
Even though we get all those Sunday games at the same time, but then we have the red zone. It's
different. Monday night. I'm completely with you. And let's be honest, Ravens, Bucks, 2 4-2 teams, division leaders are threatened. Great. That's a great game. Chargers, Cardinals.
I'll watch the first one.
I'll watch the first one, and then I'll watch the end of the second one. Yeah. But really, honestly, like, how hard would it be to start game one, which kind of screw us a little bit at 4:00, and then start game two at, I don't know, 6:30, which is 9:30. Like, whatever. That's just weird to me. It's fine.
Yeah, football is always good to have football on, but yeah, it's weird.
I mean, like, move one of the games to Tuesday and then have those teams play Sunday Night Football or something.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing there? Fourth down, please.
More stunning stat. Baker Mayfield leads the NFL in TD passes, with Geno Smith leading the NFL in passing yards.
Two guys that have saved their careers.
Yeah, I mean, they're both, like, I wouldn't have had that in a league filled with the Patrick Mahomeses and Lamar Jacksons and Josh Allens of the world. And I don't believe that those stats will hold up. I'm going to continue to say Geno Smith. You know, with all props to Baker doing what Baker's doing and what he's done, you're also talking about the number one pick of the draft. You know, Geno Smith is just, what was the line he said? They called me. That's not it. It's like they called me washed, but I didn't answer the phone or something. I know that's not what he said, but something like that. But it's just such a great story. And yeah, you've got 3 tremendous receivers, plus I think Noah Fant on the Seahawks. So you really have 4 great targets and a decent offensive line. So I get it, but you still got to complete the passes.
Yeah, and for it to be the most yards, like you said, in this league of all these guys, I think it's Geno Smith too. That one I would not have guessed at all.
Yeah.
Baker, as you said, number one pick. He's got amazing receivers too. I think it's Geno. It's kind of the more stunning.
We'll take a break. When we come back, what's hot, what's not? Oh, let's go streaking. And before we get to Emil Fergoso, there's a text on the text line I want to address about our Kings conversation and how we might have our head a little bit in the clouds. I want to address that. We'll talk about it next.
The only place you'll find Malik Monk is Sacktown Sports.
Oh, my, what an athletic move that time by Malik Monk.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Malik Monk, and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
This season, get premium tech that inspires joy from Dell Technologies. Bring projects to life with the XPS 16. It delivers supercharged processing for enhanced productivity and freedom to express yourself. Performance-class Dell PCs with Intel Core Ultra processors deliver a dedicated engine to help accelerate AI. Enjoy free shipping, Dell rewards, and expert support. When you get a Dell PC with AI, it gives back. Shop now at Dell.com/deals.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? I think my battery's dead. With free battery testing and charging, we can help you get back on the road.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
So what if I need a new one? We have the right Duralast battery for you, only at AutoZone.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
And what about my old battery? We can recycle it right here at America's #1 battery destination.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Buying a home is one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. Before you tour a home, the real estate professional you're working with may ask you to sign a buyer's agreement, which describes the services you'll receive, each party's role and responsibilities, and how your agent will be compensated, all of which you'll want to discuss with them up front. So work with an agent who's a Realtor. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors with a duty to honestly represent you and put your interests above their own, because that's who we are.
Have you heard you can listen to your favorite news podcast ad-free? Good news! With Amazon Music, you have access to the largest catalog of ad-free top podcasts included with your Prime membership. Enjoy shows like The Daily, Up First, and Consider This, available ad-free on Amazon Music. To start listening, download the Amazon Music app for free or go to amazon.com/ad-free. That's amazon.com/ad-free to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
Don't you deserve healthcare you can count on? Well, you can count on United Healthcare with Medicare plans that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. You can enjoy reliable coverage and low out-of-pocket costs with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. United Healthcare Medicare Advantage plans, made for California, trusted everywhere. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for American Energy Heating and Air with a question. Have you recently had a technician diagnose your HVAC system and you were a bit surprised at how much it cost? Or did something seem off about their quote? Because at American Energy, they take pride in giving you honest, straightforward solutions to get that system up and running. Have their qualified technicians come out and give you a free second opinion. It's free. You got nothing to lose but some dollars off of that original quote. They're making the uncomfortable comfortable. They've been doing it since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. That's why they keep having customers coming back for more and more and more. You can call them and set that appointment at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
What's hot and what's not? Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company and second opinion partner.
Hey, Chris.
What's that?
Who's hot?
Why are you asking me?
I don't know. I thought you might know.
Oh, I might be able to put something together here.
All right. Well, can you?
Sure. Just for you.
Go for it.
Aaron Judge.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Everybody was saying he wasn't hot.
Well, this is a season of hotness.
Okay, you're right. Tell me why he's hot.
He's now had 39 games a season where he homered and drove in multiple runs. That's including the regular season and the postseason. That is the most by any player in a single season in MLB history.
Hey,
that's pretty good. I have an early who's not for you. Look, I know there's HR rules and stuff, so I ain't going to get specific because I don't know. But whoever used the bathroom up here, that's why I walked in late.
That one?
Yeah. Was that you?
No.
That was me.
Was that you?
Yeah.
Seriously?
That's why I was trying to get rid of you.
Are you okay?
No, that's why I started like, okay, Dave. All right, Dave. All right, Dave.
I just want to be clear. Oh, I was showing you like a minute and a half clip.
Like, okay, all right, cool. Okay, thanks.
Oh, I just I had to pee, and I had it all timed perfectly, and I You ever see the Miz pull? You ever see 16 Candles when they walk into the bathroom right after Grandpa and walk right back out? I walked right in, went, nope, walked right back.
Like you literally got in there before, like as I was walking out.
God dang, dude. So then I went over to this other, it's locked. Someone's in there.
Oh, that's probably, oh no, Emil's
my
not here
teeth
yet.
are floating right now. And all right, well, look, man, if you need some time off, it smells like someone slaughtered a cow in there. It's just,
so
I'm not even mad.
I had a cow.
It's like Baxter and the Wheel of Cheese. It's almost impressive, but grab some of that. I think they have police tape in engineering right now. We need a big yellow piece of tape because
engineering, they don't even know how to change the input in our TV.
All right. Who else is not
The
hot?
Sacramento Kings.
Dear Lord. Why is that, Chris?
Well, if you just look at their three-point shooting in the Kings' 4 preseason games, they are 35 of 139 from behind the arc. That is just 25% shooting from 3 in the preseason.
I don't like that. I don't like that call.
Not a very
good call at all, Jason.
Crank up the mids.
We're going to be using that a lot. By the way, thank you, text line. They wrote me off. I didn't write back. Geno Smith. That was the one I was looking for. What did I say? They said I was washed. I didn't answer the phone.
Yeah, close. What was the other text line comment?
Oh, thank you, Jason Ross. Sorry, I got a headache. From the nice
sensory overload.
Golly.
Take that with you to London.
Dude, I'm going home and shaving my nose hairs is what's happening. I want to take that on the plane. I'm a diehard Kings fan, says this texter. I watched every single game they played for the last 20 years. Okay, hold on. Did you? Have you watched every game every game for the last 20 years? That's 80. That's over 1,600 games over the last 20 years for somebody who I assume doesn't work for the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, but whatever. Well, I get the point stands. Watched every game for the last 20 years, but I just don't understand the talking heads in this town pumping this team as some upper echelon Western Conference team.
Crank up the mids.
You're setting yourself up for failure and disappointment. I don't understand how people can objectively call this a near 50-win team and take themselves seriously. This roster as constructed sits right around 500 for me, and that's being generous in the Western Conference. I hope I'm wrong, but I like to deal in reality and not hopes. Well, I would say if you're not talking to us, because I think we've both pegged we haven't done our official predictions yet, but I think we both pegged this team as, I think my line has been they'll make the playoffs. They won't have a home court advantage. That's what my thought would be.
Wasn't your excitement a 3 out of 1 out of 10?
3 out of 10. Yeah.
And mine has been like this. This is way too broad of a spectrum, but I really think this could happen for this team. I think if you paint it as a rosy picture, things go right, people stay healthy, they click. I think they could be a 1 seed. But I also say that, and people are like, oh, like 1 to 5. No, they can go to like 12.
Yeah.
If things don't go well, they don't connect, it doesn't work, defense isn't better, they can finish 12th. I really think so. And that's about as broad as you can get. But I don't know where they're going to be in that range.
What I don't like, though, either way, is I don't like making sweeping decisions based on the preseason. And I'm not saying that's what this person is doing.
It sounds like they were feeling that way beforehand.
I would say this, by the way, one of the things here about the talking heads is, a near 50-win team. I was just looking for it just for reference, but the Vegas over-under on Kings wins this year is 46.5, either a 46 or 47 win team, which is by definition near 500 or near 50. That's the Nationals. ESPN, I think, has them 4th in the Western Conference. That's national. I believe I don't necessarily have a huge problem with the over-under on wins, although I would take a slight under. I think they're going to be around 45, 46, but we're splitting hairs.
Right.
But there are some deficiencies. 5. Now, by the way, this guy might be dead on.
Yeah.
He also might be dead wrong. That's the beauty of it. But I don't think, on one hand, if somebody says this team's going to be mid to low 40s, by the way, that's 500. I don't think they're off their rocker. And if somebody says that this is a 49-50 win team, I don't think they're off their rocker. To your point, I'm just backing up your point. The ceiling and floor on this team, I mean, it's a high floor, lower ceiling, but there's not disparity is not a word. There is a gulf between the ceiling and the floor. For this team.
Okay? Maybe I'll word it this way. What do you think if let's do the $250,000 briefcase you're betting on this, Dave? You've got to bet on one of these. What's more likely in the win column to have the first number have a 3 in it or a 5 in it? Because most people, I think, are living in the 40 range, 40 to 49.
Yeah.
So if you're betting $250,000 of cash,
and I know that one of these things is going to happen. They're either going
to pick one of the two. They're either going to have a 5 or a 50 or above, or 39 and below.
And 4 is not enough. Anything in the 40s is a push. Let's say. I got to know the specifics.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I'm doing that honestly, then I'm just playing the odds and I'm picking the 3. I'm picking the 3 because, to me, I actually think it's more likely. I don't think they'd finish in the even 39 because they're bad. I think they'd finish in the 30s because if De'Aaron Fox or Domantas Sabonis get hurt, they're cooked. They're done. That's it. It's over. They are a 30-something win team. Whereas winning 50, literally everything has to go right for this team. It's possible,
right?
And it's not like we're Wizards fans saying it's possible. That's delusional.
Sure.
It's if the over/under is 46.5, you're talking about 3.5 more wins through the course of the year. That's a Charlotte, a Portland, a Detroit. All those games we lost last year that we don't lose this year. That's 50 wins right there. That's doable, but everything pretty much has to go right.
Yeah.
So we'll take a break. When we come back, hopefully I will have found an open bathroom, and Emil Fragoso will join us. 49ers Insider. We'll do it next.
Subscribe to Sacktown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sacktown Sports.
When I wake up,
the best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I pull on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors.
Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max used for adults only.
Need to hire? You need Indeed. Their all-in-one platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates, all from one place. And Indeed's interview tool lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from their website. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Did you know every 3 seconds someone is a victim of identity theft? LifeLock wants to give you helpful tips to protect your identity this Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Adding multi-factor authentication, like a text with a security code, is one way to boost your security. But for comprehensive protection, trust LifeLock. LifeLock alerts you to suspicious uses of your personal info and steps in to resolve issues that arise, guaranteed or your money back. Protect yourself with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use promo code NEWS. Terms apply.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, how are you celebrating fall's arrival?
By giving you the best savings yet on all remaining new 2023 Dodge Charger SXTs in stock, with savings up to $13,000 off MSRP, starting as low as $28,215.
Wow, that's some of the best savings you've had all year.
Yep. And it's not just on new Dodges. We have over 200 quality used cars available and 46 under $20,000 at the new Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter in historic downtown Woodland. Whatever vehicle you need, Hoblet has it.
If you need a vehicle new or used, your first stop needs to be Hoblet. You won't find bigger savings on a better selection of vehicles anywhere. Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
13,000 total net savings on select new 2023 Dodge Charger XXT after $39.20 factory rebates and $9,080 dealer discount. Rebates include 1,000 Hoblet inventory select coupons while supplies last. Not everyone will qualify for all rebates. At least 5 of this net savings. See dealer for details.
Don't let summer energy slip away. Live the active life you love year-round with a personally fit arch support system from the Good Feet store. Precision engineered to support all 4 arches. Good Feet puts your feet in a more ideal, comfortable, and pain-free position. And Good Feet arch supports are now HSA and FSA eligible. Book a free fitting at goodfeet.com or come in and get a free pair of OS First Performance socks. Free. Normally a $25 value at the Good Feet store.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Your local sports leader in the 916.
KHD 1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sacktown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom,
with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports. Yep. Yep. Welcome back. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, final hour of the program. Hey, you know, if you ever want to call us, you can. 1-800-912-1140.
Give us a call.
Also, we do have these Sac State 4-pack tickets. Come see Jason Ross in action this Saturday. Also, football.
Yeah.
The Hornets need you to cheer them on. And we'll take caller number...
let's go with 5.
5 for De'Aaron Fox?
Yes.
Oh, my God. Thank you, Jason, so much for picking my number. I really appreciate it. And I will do better shooting threes.
See that one he made from beyond half court in the third?
Yeah.
That's nice.
More of that, please.
Yeah.
Caller 5 at 1-800-920-1140 to win the family 4-pack of tickets to go see Sac State this Saturday hosting Chris Weber State. Are we efforting a meal? I'm just curious.
He said he didn't get our link, so I'm sending it.
He didn't get our link. Sounds like an email issue. Interesting. Hey, here's a nice compliment from Mike on the chat line. Jim Rome has been so bad lately, I'm kind of thinking of remaining here for the rest of the show. Oh, thanks, Mike.
Why don't you make that a habit, Mike? We put in 4 hours of work.
Right.
You can put in 4 hours
of
listening.
Mike.
But appreciate it.
I don't leave your job an hour early to go watch somebody else work.
What if we did that? You know what? Send us your links, what you do, and we'll watch you for 4 hours.
Yeah, we'll go there. We'll watch you the whole 4 hours.
And make
Mike.
our own comments.
Yeah.
Dave and I will have great time in your chat.
Yeah, we'll be like the 2 old Muppets in the balcony. Just hammering at you.
Look at him with that spreadsheet.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
You can put more fries in there, pal. There's nothing wrong with serving fries.
Then we'll get off into some random topic.
Right,
like,
and then it'll just be like,
Growing Pains was the greatest theme song.
Show me that smile again. I've got Brock Purdy number 3 as we wait for the snack. He's a snack right now. He's not a meal. So I told you earlier that all of this. Is he on right there? Right when I was adjusting.
Hi guys.
Our topic.
Hi.
Hi. How are you? It's Emil Fragoso, Sacktown Sports Insider. And with the lighting in there and his beard continuing to just take on, it's just like you just see kind of eyes.
Mm-hmm.
You just
blending in.
He is kind of blending in. It's a little. Is it just me, or are we getting a little Amish? Little bit. Like if he wore the hat, there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's an Amish hat, but okay.
Amish Fragoso.
Amish, oh boy.
All right. I'm gonna, you usually come in and you give us some wonderful stats and breakdowns. I'm gonna start with you, continuing our topic today, and this is for the Brock Purdy as a system quarterback who passes it for 2 yards to Debo, and then Debo runs 80 yards. This is for that group. So earlier we talked about how percentage of yards after the catch per team. The Chiefs are number one at 64.4, and the Bucs are number two at 63.4. The San Francisco 49ers are third. Wait, nope, never mind. They're dead last at 32.1. That is an 8.3 drop-off from the second worst team. The bar graph, it's not even close. Last week, under pressure, best pass rating when blitz. Number one, Brock Purdy, 142.8 when he's blitzed. You want more? I got more. Brock Purdy is number two in the NFL in passing yardage at 1,629 yards, just behind Geno Smith at number one, followed by Dak Prescott, Kirk Cousins, and Joe Burrow. Geno Smith has attempted 251 passes, Dak 224, Kirk 207, Burrow 201, Brock Purdy 185. 185. The guy he's behind has attempted 251 passes. And finally, Brock Purdy has averaged twice as many air yards per attempt at an even 10 than Patrick Mahomes at an even 5. Purdy has averaged 9.1 air yards per completion compared to Mahomes' 3.6. Purdy has the lowest, as we said, percentage of passing yards from Yak, 32.8. Mahomes the highest at 66.7. Now, nobody's saying Brock Purdy's better than Patrick Mahomes, but at some point, Emil, I'm sure you're being inundated with apologies from people around the league, as Jason and I are, at calling Brock Purdy a system QB.
I'm not going to say there's satisfaction coming from my side as someone who's covered Brock Purdy his entire NFL career. Obviously, I started covering the Niners in 2022 when Brock was a rookie, Mr. Irrelevant, all that great stuff. Beat out Nate Sudfeld for the third string job, and then we know the rest is history. It's actually funny because I saw this week on my timeline the Green Bay Packer preseason game where he balled out and really showed the Niners that he was more than just a backup, more than just a 7th round pick. And even then, you saw Fred Warner and Trey Lance on the sidelines pumping him up after the touchdown throw. And you could just see how much the team appreciated him even then. And to now fast forward 2 years later and think about where he's at in the NFL, being the second on the passing leaders and frankly being 60 attempts fewer than Geno Smith, 8.8 yards per attempt compared to 6.9 for Geno. Just want to throw that one out there too. It's a revelation. The fact that the Niners have been able to overcome so many quarterback issues, so many, weird bugaboo issues with this team, both with Jimmy Garoppolo and his situation and Trey Lance and his situation, and have a guy in Brock Purdy who undoubtedly is the better quarterback of all of them and still roll on even though the team isn't perfect this year. The Niners are 3-3 because of Brock Purdy's play.
Emil, now where they are, it's Chiefs week. What do you think that means to these guys this week specifically?
They're going to say it's like every other week. It's just a game, all this stuff. But George Kittle said it great on Monday. He said, this is the weeks you play for. These are the games that you play for. These are one of the reasons that we, get up for the season. Big games like this, obviously this week against the Chiefs, and then next week on Sunday Night Football against the Dallas Cowboys for their bye week. 2 crucial weeks for the Niners to theoretically be 5-3 going into their bye, which would be a lot better than them being even 500 going into their bye, to be honest. And so it is a big game. Not only that, they're looking at it as it's not a chance to get back. It's not about payback for them because, honestly, that's been there, done that. The Niners haven't beaten the Chiefs in 4 attempts out of the last 5. The last time they beat them was October of 2014. 2014. That was 10 years ago. Okay.
You were like 9.
I was 14. That's how old I was. I was 14. I was still I think maybe in my first year of high school.
Little Emiliano with your trapper keeper and your lunchbox.
Yeah, my trapper keeper, my lunchbox, my little rolly backpack. Oh yeah, absolutely. No, it's not about the get back for them. It's about winning each week for them. And this week it's the Chiefs. And this week it's about being the Chiefs team that they haven't beaten in 10 years. And if they can do that, everyone's going to go, are the Niners real contenders? And people are going to go, well, the Chiefs, they're 5-0 or they're 6-0, but have they beaten anybody? And that whole rhetoric and game is going to get played. So it's another week. It's beating the Chiefs at home, which is something they haven't been able to do in the last 2 tries. Maybe the third time's a charm.
Not a must win, right? But this is. Do you look at? I'll ask you this way. I'm trying to word it right. How would you compare this year's game against the Chiefs to last year's game against the Eagles, coming off the NFC Championship?
That's a really great question. That's a really I saw it. Yeah, it's a really great question. It's similar. Absolutely, but again, there was more get back for the Niners against in the Eagles game because of the circumstances, because of how the Eagles game played out in the NFC Championship game. Because Brock Purdy got hurt, the Niners felt very confidently that they would have beaten the Eagles at Lincoln Financial Field if Purdy had stayed healthy.
Right.
And when they went back there, they did. They kicked their ass. They went up and down the field on them all game long. And now the Chiefs are a little bit different because the Chiefs are coming off now 2 Super Bowl losses to the Chiefs, or the Niners are coming off 2 Super Bowl losses to the Chiefs, where they blew leads in the fourth quarter on both times. And the Niners know the narrative and know the history. But given the circumstances of this season, and given how they've already blown big leads to teams that are inferior than them, both the Rams and the Cardinals, and frankly, almost the Seahawks last week on Thursday Night Football, they can't look at that as a reason to get back. They have to look at it as a reason to attack, a reason to not take their foot off the gas. And that means scoring in the red zone, being better in the red zone, being more efficient with the football, running the football more, playing, frankly, 49ers football. If they just play 49ers football against this Chiefs team that hasn't really impressed anyone, they've won the games, but they haven't really impressed anyone, though they should win this game. Yes, Steve Spagnuolo is a great defensive coordinator, and he's lining it up really, really well. But the Chiefs offense, without the weapons and with Travis Kelce clearly in decline right now, doesn't feel like the same offensive juggernaut that they have been of years past. And so if the Niners can keep their foot on the Chiefs' throat the entire afternoon, they should win this game.
Emil, you've been talking about run defense for a while, how that has to get better. That's really been a problem since the end of last year into the early part of this year. It was really good last week against the Seahawks. I don't think of the Chiefs as a great running team, but they're a good running team. What kind of things do you expect from the Niners rush defense to back up what they did against the Seahawks?
Just really playing swarm to the football defense, playing that DeMeco Ryans philosophy they talk about of swarming to the football. Again, they have some talented running backs. I don't know how much Kareem Hunt stock you have in 2024, but they have guys who have a knowledge of the Andy Reid system and knowledge of how to run that football, but they're still missing Isaiah Pacheco. They're still missing Rashee Rice. They're missing their big playmakers. I expect to see Xavier Worthy on a couple jet sweeps or a couple outside, trick plays, because the Niners have been susceptible to that over the years. But I think that the Niners control the line of scrimmage, and feels like every game. If they control the line of scrimmage, they're going to win the game, both on offense and defense. If the offensive line steps up for the Niners and protects Brock Purdy, they'll win the game. If the defensive line gets out of Patrick Mahomes and makes life hell for him, they'll probably win the game. And that's the reality, is that, it's a game of inches, as they say, and the Niners are all about winning in the war of the trenches. And if they do that, and that includes the run defense and the run game, and Jordan Elliott hopefully will be able to go this week. It's more so I'm Malik Collins, who's been pretty good. Being that trade come over from the Houston Texans, if they can just play team football, they should be able to handle this.
Kareem Hunt, by the way, last week in his second game off the couch, had 102 yards rushing and a touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is expected to play for the first time this year against the Niners as well. But I think really maybe the most important thing, Emil, is this holiday season, Christmas in the Spotlight will debut on Lifetime television. Emil, it's the story of a pop star who hasn't found Mr. Right until she meets a professional football player backstage at one of her shows. Yes, that's right. You guessed it. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce have spawned a Lifetime Christmas movie. If there wasn't reason enough to hate the Chiefs, we have it now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, where's the Lifetime holiday movie about the short, scrawny little kid who was literally called Mr. Irrelevant and picked dead last in the NFL draft, who has somehow, reached the almost highest of highs and is doing all this great stuff. I mean,
but did he find love?
They found love, and they call it flirting with Purdy.
See, that, Dave, that might actually be something to bring up with the Niners PR team. Flirting with Purdy. If Purdy wasn't married, that would actually be a really good PR stunt they would have for them. No, I didn't even know they had a Lifetime movie, Taylor and Travis. So that's a new one for me.
It just broke this morning. Breaking news. Yesterday it just broke, and word is spreading.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be tuned into that one. I'm not sure. I'm a big Lifetime movie guy over the holidays. I don't know. Dave, Jason, you guys Lifetime movie guys?
No, but I can't wait for the Taylor Swift limited edition picture book companion to this movie that will have her thoughts set to a folk guitar that will retail for $99.95 and in limited quantity, only 1 million available.
I'll do you one better, Dave. I can't wait for the Travis Kelce x Taylor Swift tumbler that'll be out at Target, and it'll cause a mad rush on Black Friday because that'll be the hottest Christmas gift there is.
You're darn right it is. Emil Fragoso is our Sacktown Sports insider for your San Francisco 49ers. We are, of course, your home of the 49ers. Best coverage anywhere. I'd say, dare I say, even in the Bay Area. No offense to anybody else, but I think we cover them better. So appreciate it. Read Emil, watch Emil, listen to Emil, and we'll talk to you next Wednesday, pal.
Sounds great. See you guys in a little bit.
Well, take care. That is Emil Fragoso. We will take a break. When we come back, hey, there's the ESPN list of top 100 players. Any Kings on it?
Mm-hmm.
Any at all?
Maybe.
I can tell you somebody who does not have Domantas Sabonis in his top 5 centers in the NBA right now. And you're going to be really interested to know who this person is. This person has quite a familiarity with Sacramento Kings centers. We'll tell you what we're talking about next.
Only place you'll find Keegan Murray is Sacktown Sports.
Out to Keegan Murray, straight away for 3, and Keegan knocks down the triple.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Keegan Murray, and you're listening to the home of Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. So at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy 2. That's just $60 a month for 2 unlimited lines. So if you're 50 and up, make the switch and save. Come on, you've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today. Requires 2 lines of service, age validation, and credit approval, subject to system and area limits, taxes, and other fees apply.
Most tax pros leave a message.
It's Jane. I'm moving on to a TurboTax expert who beat your price. Adam Devine, tell him how I feel.
Hey, tax pro, she's been thinking twice. Just believe TurboTax will beat your price. This is a tax break.
Switch to a TurboTax Live expert and we'll beat what you paid your pro last tax season. Make the switch at TurboTax.com/beatyourprice. TurboTax full service only. Sign up by 12/20/2024 and file by 4/1/2025. Full details at TurboTax.com/beatyourprice.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
Hey, just to make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
Joe on the text line with the text of the day, or on the chat line, excuse me, YouTube. It would be called technically Flirting with Purdy, Taylor's version. That's exactly right. That is what is that?
Oh, wow.
Why is he calling? I'm not going to take it, but That's weird.
Maybe from one of your questions you had earlier.
Oh, I think that might be what it is.
Okay.
Yes, you're right. I think that might be what it is. It's my questions about the city manager. Welcome back. Welcome back, and welcome back. And hey, welcome back. You wanted to know, and maybe you didn't want to know, but there's somebody who was asked yesterday to rank NBA centers. And this person has the top 5 centers in the NBA as follows.
Okay.
Number 5, Victor Wembanyama. Number 4, Anthony Davis. Number 3, Bam Adebayo. Number 2, Nikola Jokic. And number 1, Joel Embiid. Now, I have a real problem with where Victor Wembanyama is ranked, but I get it. I understand. It's
higher or lower?
Higher. I think he should be higher, but I get it. Like, he hasn't done it yet, and you notice Domantas Sabonis isn't in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the big. Now, I can make a pretty good argument for 4 of those guys being ahead of Sabonis. I'm not saying I believe that argument. I'm saying I can make the argument. I do believe Embiid and Jokic are ahead of Sabonis. Bam Adebayo on spec should not be ahead of Sabonis, but the fact that he is a perennial all-defensive first-teamer, and it's not like he's a slouch on the other end of the ball either. I will say this. I may or may not disagree. I haven't drilled down on that since last year. I'd have to go back and look again. But like I can if somebody says that if Bam Adebayo is better than Domantas Sabonis, I'm not instantly going, are you on drugs? 22 and a half points a game, 10 boards, 4 assists, and all like, come on.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis is, like, Victor Wembanyama, I think, is going to be top 2 center in the league this year overall. But he's not there yet. Anthony Davis is the one I have the issue with.
Okay.
But also, take away the fact that Sabonis is 10-0 against Anthony Davis. Davis is a better rim protector. He's a better scorer. They're not that far off on rebounds.
He's also always on the all defensive.
Always on the all defensive. So I can understand arguments on all of them, but what kind of I thought was funny about that is the person who ranked those top 5 is DeMarcus Cousins, who knows a little bit about Sacramento centers. It does make me wonder, though, if Nikola Jokic was a Sacramento King, would he also not be in DeMarcus's top 5?
Yeah, and then we get back to does DeMarcus think of DeMontis as a power forward? And I don't know. Now we're getting into semantics. Maybe not. Maybe that's his list. And I don't think his list is wrong, really, or bad.
Yeah, I get it.
Because some people also say Anthony Davis is a power forward, but whatever.
I'll put it this way: I think Anthony Davis is more of a center naturally than Domantas.
Probably. He's literally bigger, taller.
But we may not have your top 5, but we have your ESPN list of top 100 players.
Or at least 100 through 51.
Well, they have, as of this morning, released.
Oh, they did the rest?
Yes, they've done the rest. We got those about an hour ago. At number 94, Keegan
Murray.
Yeah. At number 65, doesn't even start for the team. That's how good they are. Malik Monk.
Okay.
Number 45, DeMar DeRozan. At number 29, Domantas Sabonis.
Oh.
And at number 26, just missing out on being a top 25 player, De'Aaron Fox. Is that, could you argue that's a little disrespectful to De'Aaron Fox? Sure.
And maybe even Sabonis.
But
like when you start to look at it, this is,
yeah,
these are so tough to do these lists.
These are some very good players that they're behind. Well, you remember Nick Young, played for a few teams. He has some opinions on De'Aaron Fox. He was on a podcast on Gilbert Arenas' podcast the other day, and he had thoughts on De'Aaron Fox and where he's at as far as point guards go.
Or a 5-year, $345 million supermax if he makes an All-NBA team this season. So Fox averaged 27.6 assists, 5 rebounds in 74 games last season, but was an All-Star and All-NBA team snub. So what are the chances that De'Aaron Fox makes All-NBA this season with this new look?
He ain't gonna make it. He ain't gonna make it.
That's Nick Young.
He gets snubbed. Not like that. He gets snubbed too much. Like, people disrespect De'Aaron Fox too much. I think he probably got to get out of Sacramento, to tell you the truth.
You
Is that just to get recognition or to win?
He been in there too long. I don't know. It's just, to me, Darren Fox should be for sure a top 5 point guard in this league. But
you don't think he's a top 5 PG right now?
I think so, but he don't get no credit for what he's doing. People put everybody above Darren Fox. He get forgot about every time. I think it's just because of Sacramento. I don't know. Like, you go to Sacramento, that's like the last, you done after that. It's over.
It's a graveyard.
All right, it's a graveyard. Like, that's like the last stop. Like,
for sure.
There's worse teams than that.
No, now.
There's worse teams.
Sac and Wizards now and Detroit.
Yeah.
That is,
Portland.
Now you putting Sacramento in that conversation?
Yeah, it's like the last stop before you go to the upper room.
Yeah, they got.
On the disrespect part, I don't think he's wrong. Or overlooked or thought of, there's. Okay, let's put it this way: if we could mathematically have the exact same year, De'Aaron Fox, whatever the stats are, and I'm going to assume they're great. The mathematically, like, there's not even a percentage difference of wins of stats with Luka and De'Aaron. Luka had the better year.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
So what can De'Aaron do about that?
I struggle with the Sacramento thing. And obviously, Sacramento bias aside, I love this city. Obviously, so do you. But I go, okay, hold on a second. Like, would De'Aaron Fox be more of a national name and be more respected if he was playing for the Knicks or the Lakers? Yeah, of course, yes. I fully admit it. But boy, is Tyrese Halliburton getting a lot of love in Indianapolis. Yeah. LaMelo Ball in Charlotte. Victor Wembanyama in San Antonio. SGA in Oklahoma City. Absolutely. Dame and when he was in Portland.
They're really right there. It's not like De'Aaron's not forgotten.
No.
It's just they need to win just a little bit more. Or like that series that they got with the Warriors. Everybody got their attention, but they didn't advance. And last year they didn't back it up with a playoff appearance.
Right.
They still may get snubbed on certain things, but people know who he is. It's just that there needs to be a bigger breakthrough, either individually for him statistically, or more importantly, probably for the team, and to be in higher impact games in the postseason.
I don't know that I've ever brought this up other than when it first broke, not a couple days ago, but like literally, I think it was before the summer started. I don't think I've ever mentioned this in this world. But, the whole thing yesterday about De'Aaron Fox turning down the extension, which we knew about and talked about last season, which makes 100% sense. He can get more. He can get a lot more money if he holds out, and he's going to be a max guy. So there's no other than worrying about like career-ending injury. Like, there's no reason to not hold out. But if the Kings have, for some reason, a down year this year, that noise is going to get really, really loud. Now, let me be clear, because people run with this stuff, and I know some of you listening might roll your eyes at the amount of times I do this, but that's just the world we live in, of aggregation and people taking stuff out of context. De'Aaron Fox has never shown anything but loyalty to the city. He has never said anything other than, I want to bring a championship to Sacramento. There is literally no indication whatsoever at all that De'Aaron Fox wants out of Sacramento now or anytime in the future. He has his family here. Like, his love for this city is unimpeachable.
Right.
But same thing with Damian Lillard in Portland. We've seen it many, many times. He's going into his 7th or 8th year this year? Eighth. I'm not saying if the Kings have a bad year, De'Aaron Fox is going to leave. That's not what I'm saying. I'm simply saying if the Kings have a down year, that noise is going to grow and it's going to be a thing. Maybe a nothing burger, but it's going to be one of those, like the annoying, like really high pitched gnat that like flies by your ear every once in a while. It's going to go from that to like a bumblebee. So let's just win this year, guys. I don't want to deal with any of that crap. We'll take a break. When we, of course, Russell thinks Fox should go. So that tells you Fox should stay. Again, do the opposite of Russell. You're going to be okay most of the time. When we come back, what to watch? We got the WNBA Finals going on as well, and that is a series. And what do you say we go streaking? We missed that earlier because you were talking about, I don't know what you were talking about. Yeah, we'll go streaking next.
The NFL's leading rusher plays here.
And a handoff to McCaffrey, walks in the end zone. Handoff to McCaffrey, takes it right down to the goal line. He does his thing again. McCaffrey goes in motion right. Backwards pass led by Juszczyk. A block there. Hurdles a man. 10-5. Touchdown! CMC!
You can hear all of Christian McCaffrey's touchdowns on your home for 49ers football. Sacktown Sports.
Hey, guess what Saturday is? Home game for Sacramento State, 6 o'clock, Hornet Stadium. It's homecoming. Got to get everybody out there, see out there as Sacramento State takes on Weber State. And the game is 6 o'clock Saturday. You can get your tickets on sale now at hornetsports.com as they take on Weber State in another Big Sky battle. There'll be post-game fireworks, all celebrating the game and homecoming and all the festivities. So we'll see you out there Saturday at 6. And remember, Stingers up.
O'Reilly. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts in West Sacramento and Town Center Plaza next to Nugget Markets now through October 29th for the Customer Appreciation Day sale. You'll get 2 times O rewards points on select purchases. Plus, pick up 5 quarts of any Mobil 1 full synthetic motor oil and receive a $10 gift card after rebate. And buy 1, get 1 free Coca-Cola products at your Town Center Plaza, O'Reilly Auto Parts.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Bonneville International Radio Station contests are open to participants at least 18 years of age and older that are residents of California and who reside in one of the 6 counties that make up the Sacramento metro area, unless otherwise specified. Employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or any entity associated with the contest are not eligible to win, unless the station otherwise specifies in its own discretion. Persons who have won in the last 30 days from a station contest or event may not be eligible. For a copy of the general contest rules, visit khdk.com.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Golf.com's Josh Sens offers 5 common golf course maintenance mistakes and tips to correct them. You've hit the green, and to fix your divot, you jam your tool underneath the ball mark and lift the soil. But the right way is to circle the edges of the mark with your tool, gently pulling the turf toward the center. Second, when fixing divots in the fairway, fill it with sand until it's level with surrounding turf, and gently smooth it with your foot. Third, when the course imposes the 90-degree rule, it means to stay on the cart path until you can turn at a right angle to your ball, minimizing wear and tear on the turf. 4, when you're driving on the course, proceed at a modest pace and avoid staked and roped-off areas. Avoid sharp turns, wet turf, bunker edges, tees, and greens. The superintendent will applaud you. 5, in a bunker, rake the sand smoothly and exit as you entered from the low side. Tap the sand from your shoes and leave it as if you weren't there. And now that you know, make sure your foursome knows as well. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
The shot clock is ticking, and your home team is driving up the court. But don't miss your chance to score big at Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda. Save on a new Accord, HR-V, Ridgeline, or the all-new Prologue before the buzzer sounds on year-end deals. Don't get benched by high prices. Slam dunk your savings today.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
#1 claims.
based on 2023 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company. Sold on report.
For 76 years, the Keys family from Naturewood Home Furnishings has been serving families just like yours and mine. Hi, I'm Frank LaRosa with Golf to Go. The Naturewood team takes great pride and significant effort to offer Northern California families a vast selection of home furnishings, most of which are made right here in this country. The kitchen table, which we purchased so many years ago, speaks to the enduring quality of the Naturewood product lines. We treasure memories made seated around that table with family and friends for birthday celebrations, school projects, and many late-night meals when the day just got away from us. Naturewood has provided thousands with home furnishings that not only last for generations, but also lead to everlasting memories of cherished times. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings now during their 76th anniversary sale and get started making your own brand of memories. Meet the Keys family at Naturewood Home Furnishings, off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
All right. Styles Watkins, a little cross talk. Coming in just mere minutes from the text line. I like it when the text line and the YouTube chat cross. When I disagree with Russell, I know I'm on the right track. It's how I check my opinions every day. Hey, me too. Well done.
That's from the text line?
That's from the text line,
Wow.
Jason. It's a crossover. It's a special crossover,
Yeah,
like
it
when
is.
Silver Spoons went on Growing Pains.
Yeah, the Ricker.
The Ricker. Dodgers Mets tonight. Back in the Big Apple. 1-1 is your series score. Walker Buehler, Texas Ranger.
Bueller.
Luis Severino going for the Severino, former Yankee.
Correct.
Yeah, going for the Mets. He didn't even have to move.
No.
He just changed his commute a little bit.
Right.
Beautiful city field in Queens. A nice
Never
look.
been there.
Never been there. I actually have had the pleasure, and it is a fine experience. It really.
You went to Citi Field?
I did. Went with the wife a few years ago. There was a dog in the parking lot that was dressed in Mets gear, and if you gave $1 to the handler, you got to take a picture with it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That was a big deal. It was a nice dog. It was okay. And then, but they got all kinds of fantastic food there. And then there's, you can look out on the city. You can see the Manhattan skyline from there, and it's a fine place to watch a ball game.
Yeah.
They'll play tonight. That's 5:08. That's gonna be yeah.
That'll occupy some of your time.
That'll occupy some time because the TVs go out once you get over the Atlantic. At least they switch the channels you can watch. Once you get over the Atlantic, everything changes. But going from San Francisco to leaving because you kind of go up and then over like Maine and stuff.
Yeah, so that's 5 hours.
Yeah, I'll be able to watch that whole game.
There you go.
I don't even need my video games.
Yeah,
I'll have something to watch.
Save your battery life.
Save my battery life. We'll do that.
Think of what you forgot yet?
No, I just had a freak out about my passport, but that's in my backpack. I had wait, oh my God, did I put it in there? And then I checked in it. Set the screen.
But you still have to go home, correct?
Yeah, I got to go home. I don't leave the house until
check.
1 o'clock. Okay. So yeah, that's where I triple check everything. There will be a couple things I didn't. There's one shirt I know I want to pack in. I think I'm gonna a pair of sweats or two. Based on
because you're light on clothes.
Light on. I'm telling you, dude.
I want you to, when you come back, tell me how many things you didn't wear.
Can I tell you the sad thing though, dude? I'm going to have to do laundry over there.
How?
I'm there for 12 days.
Okay.
That's 12 pairs of socks, 12 underwears, 12. I didn't take that many. I think I took 7. But think about it.
I would say the other clothes, though, can be repeated.
Yeah. Suits and dress shirts.
Well,
yeah, for sure. Okay. Well, I don't know. Can you jeans? You can 100%. You can wear jeans multiple times without washing them. Just are you?
But you're not even supposed to wash them.
Is that true?
I don't know.
Oh, I was like, wait, what if they get dirty? Socks you cannot repeat.
You can.
Really?
You have to turn them inside out.
Yeah, but then you're stepping on the fluffy, the weird stuff, and the
weird stuff.
Well, and then the fluffies are on the
do you
outside.
sweat every time you wear socks?
No.
So, I would say you can. It's
you
not
can
ideal.
in an emergency.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
Like if you are out,
right?
You can
take the least,
right? But you still smell them, and it's like if you don't, you can still smell a foot.
Right.
Underwear, no. T-shirts generally no, but it depends. Like outer shirts, stuff like that, yeah, no problem.
Depends that you can't reuse.
Depends you definitely can't reuse. Last question before we move on. Are you guys? I don't know. Is this gross? I think it might be. I probably use my shower towel like 3 to 4 times before I throw it out.
Throw it out,
but into the dirty clothes.
Okay.
Like I reuse. Like I shower and I dry off, and then I hang the towel over the shower.
Why is that gross?
How deep are you getting in the crevices?
Yeah, I hear you. No, you're right. That's exactly. Yeah, like are you wiping your crack dry and then next day you wipe your face with it because you don't know. But here's what I do though, because I am kind of well, I won't use that word in this context, but I'm very careful. I actually dry my crevices with a very specific corner of the towel because that way you know. Because the next day you're not going to remember where you dried with. So I know I'm not drying my face with
the corners.
Stay away from the corners.
Yeah.
Exactly. You leave the rest of the towel open.
Are you ever like partially air dry too, or no?
I do.
Yeah,
I do. It's just like right before I put my. I don't know why, but I feel like if I put my clothes on while I'm still wet at all, it's just uncomfortable all day. That's probably a placebo thing, but it just doesn't feel right. You know, you dry your feet and all that stuff, but yeah, I generally air dry. I mean, depending on who's around and all that, but yeah, for the most part, my goal here is to get everybody getting a visual of me trying off and air drying.
We're there.
But it usually works out because I will de-towel and then I will brush my teeth and put all my stuff on and then I get dressed.
Okay.
And so usually in that time I'm air dry.
Yeah.
And then I reuse the towel.
There you go.
Because I feel like it's environment. I'm doing my part for the environment.
Yeah, it's not a one-time thing.
No, it's not a one-time thing. Let's go streaking.
Let's do it.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing?
We're streaking. All right, let's revisit. Dave is at 0. I'm at 0. Chris is at 3. So we'll go in order of our losers first. Carmichael Dave, you took Jose Ramirez, the Cleveland Cardinals.
I did.
He got it 4 times. He got you 1 hit.
Yes, he did. I watched it live.
So you're at 1. I took Gleyber Torres.
Gleyber.
The Yankees.
I took Gleyber.
He got up 5 times. He got 1, 2, 3 hits.
Wow.
Yeah,
Gleyber of the month.
And Chris, we're all eyes on Chris. 3-game hitting streak. He took Alex Verdugo of the Yankees. Verdugo. He got up 3 times, and he got 1 hit. So good job, show.
Wow, we all got hits.
Dave 1, me 1, Chris 4. New day today to see if Dave, you and I can get to 2. Chris can get to 5. Nets and Dodgers.
You know what? I'm going to go. I just got a feeling that Citi Field's going to have some fun tonight. Give me Peter Pan Alonso. Pete Alonso Mosley.
I'm going to take Brandon Nimmo.
Oh, you're also going Mets.
Yeah.
Wow, that's 2 Mets.
I'm taking. Have they taken Francisco Lindor?
I don't think so.
I will take Francisco Lindor.
Oh, everybody's going anti-Dodgers.
I don't like them.
They're stupid.
So yeah, I completely agree. They're incredibly stupid.
That's what we're going with. They're just stupid.
That's our sports breakdown.
Okay.
Sports analysis. The LA Dodgers. They're stupid. You know what's not going to be stupid tonight though is Citi Field.
Right.
The playoffs are back. They've turned it around.
They'll be alive.
They will be alive. Honestly, they say it'll be electric.
Yeah.
The energy there is going to be off the chain. Probably because they got themselves a fall tune-up inspection already for just $49. I don't know if American Energy will do all of Citi Field for $49, but maybe with expenses. You know, you got flights and hotels and all that. But they will offer you a $49 fall tune-up inspection. That's regularly $119. And that includes a full safety and duct inspection. And by the way, if your system's over 10 years old, and I'll bet you most of our systems are over 10 years old, the tune-up's on American Energy. That means it's free. You can't do better than free. I guess they could pay you, but free is pretty dang good. So give them a call at 916-520-9990. Call them right now, as they are offering $50 off your first recommended repair. But if you need a new furnace, hopefully you don't, but if you do, how about half off the price of a new unit? Hey now, who doesn't need a new unit? And if you can get that for half off, yeehaw. Been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. That was before Cheers debuted on Channel 3, just so you know how old that is. A+ Better Business Bureau. Check them out online at theaeway.com. That's the American Energy, theaeway.com, for an Insta quote. And get that quote, tell them Carmichael Dave sent you. 1 minute break. We come back. We finish the program with Styles and Watkins and a little Crossy talk to go with celebrity birthdays, brought to you by Crumble Cookies. We'll do all that right after this.
The Beam Team plays here.
How many times I seen that beam lit up when I was chilling at home? What's the significance of pushing this button? You know, like I said, when it solves off.
We live and breathe Sacramento Kings basketball.
Live and local with the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Styles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys.
This is your home for the Sacramento Kings. Sacktown Sports 1140.
Don't you deserve health care you can count on? Well, you can count on United Healthcare with Medicare plans that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. You can enjoy reliable coverage and low out-of-pocket costs with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. United Healthcare Medicare Advantage plans. Made for California, trusted everywhere. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today.
Out on the road, there's just one place when you walk on in, you see a friendly face. It's Big O. Big O Tires.
Now until November 3rd, call into savings and get $80 to $120 instant savings on 4 select in-stock Nexen, Nitto, Toyo, or Hankook tires with installation purchase. Installation charges extra. Required on all 4 tires. Not bothered with other offers. Eligibility may vary. Excludes Nexen, N-Pris AH5, and N-Pris AH8 tires. Disposal fees extra and shop fees extra were permitted. See store for details.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things. And now, here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Yeah, Styles and Watkins coming at you live. Alan Styles, Chris Watkins. Let's go. Maybe it's not on us. Isn't that Kendrick Lamar song? That's not on us. That's not on us. They're nothing like. Yeah, I believe it's They Are Nothing Like Us.
Look, you were serious about the 1 minute break.
Yeah, he's wearing the crumble cookie. Yeah. Sweaty. Look at that. And he dropped his mic. And it's on. And
Chris is ready.
Hi, Chris. Why is Alan saying that's? Oh, what he's looking for something in his
I went
backpack?
to Trader Joe's yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to bring your thing. God dang it! Dang it all to heck.
Bought pumpkins.
Hey!
And we can smell good too.
All right. It's
yeah.
Put it on the hot plate.
It's so cool that Chris is bringing you something because you had something for him.
Yeah,
I did, and I forgot it.
Swap.
By the way, speaking of something for him, I have my list of England requests from Chris Verlade, and my immediate response, this is a true story in our off-air chat, Jason, Chris, and I, said that these actually sound like Urban Dictionary things, and my spider sense went up that I'm going to go over there and be like, hey, do you have this? And they're going to look at me like it's some British move in the bedroom. Fruit pastilles. A Percy pig.
Fruit pastilles I'll need several of.
A flake bar. Mm-hmm. Kit Kat.
Very good. Oh.
Dairy milk?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean dairy milk?
It's a dairy milk bar.
Oh, not just actual dairy. Okay.
No.
A double-decker.
Okay.
Jelly baby.
Mm-hmm.
Jelly babies.
Jelly baby. Oh, you want multiple. I see.
Yeah,
that
they
here.
come in. That's what they're called.
And flying saucers. Like 4 of those aren't real, dude.
Yeah.
4 of those are Urban Dictionary.
Wait, have you been to England?
No.
You know they have weird names for everything.
That is
absolutely
true.
everything.
That is true.
Oh, just go get it out of the boat.
Yeah, exactly. It's dark in there. Use the torch. What? How you doing, Alan?
Great.
Yeah. Chris, how you doing?
Cheeky.
Scale of 1 to
Whoa.
Where are you at with the Kings right now?
Yeah, they can't shoot. And they couldn't shoot last year. They can't shoot this year.
Well,
that sounds like it's
I would say this. I would say they were dead average in 3-point shooting last year. They were literally number 15, and they were number 2 in volume. So definitely worse than they should be. But also, who's shooting threes in that starting lineup?
We literally talked about that yesterday.
Fox and Murray.
They're a shooting team. Name the shooters.
Right. I mean, honestly, Malik, Herter, Fox and Murray, and 2 of those guys either are hurt or not in the starting lineup. Keon, if he has more volume, I agree with you. It's too small of a sample size for me to see how real that is, because I think he's the only guy I've mentioned over 40%. But what was it, like 1.7 a game, something like that?
Right.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
No,
I'm
just
saying
listing other shooters.
Yeah.
I think there are a lot of shooters on this team. Trey.
But I guess to that point,
Alex Len hit a corner 3 yesterday. Come on.
Play the game.
To that point, it is interesting, and maybe this is not that random for other teams either, but there's more shooting on
Jordan
the bench.
McLaughlin, 47%.
There's more shooting on the bench than the starting lineup. I don't know if that's a problem or not.
Crank up the mids.
Middies?
Yeah.
Second free throw is good from Collins, 80-73 in favor of the Jazz. McLaughlin breaks down the D, drives, kicks, corner 3, good. Alex Len. A lot of people don't realize that Alex Len is a good spot-up shooter.
Great.
There you go.
Right?
Practice it every day.
Proof it happened.
Yeah. But yeah, that starting lineup. Brickmaster flex.
Crank up the mids.
Yeah, it could be an issue. I hope that doesn't happen.
Do you think we can get a movement to actually have the some sort of simulcast of video and G-Man's call? It's just so great to have the option of watching the game and getting G-Man on the call at the same time.
Shots at Kyle Draper, 2-6 right here on Sacramento Sports. Wow.
Yeah, that's what that was.
Nice catch, Blanco Nino.
Where's that transition, Chris?
Where's that, Chris? I want this for our show, too. Oh, that's what I want.
Yeah.
Sorry,
what
you can
is
have
that?
It's Gruden.
I know, but what is it from?
It's TikTok.
Yeah, it's John Gruden's TikTok.
No, I know, but that sound, did he
It
just
sounds like
add
you know all of these questions.
No,
that
but did
you're asking.
did he come up with that sound, or
No way.
No,
I mean, I don't think he did the music, but yeah, I think
did someone make it for him?
it's like a TikTok bed.
Yeah, it's called Spider White Banana. Now, if you're with me, Celebrity Birthdays brought to you by the Cookies of Crumble. As you can see, Alan Styles wearing a beautiful Crumble Cookies sweatshirt.
Scary, the all white.
Well,
Coffee, I
what's
was
funny
worried.
is you've got a toddler, so that's white for a limited time only.
Well, this is not gonna make it.
What if we all wore them in today?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
We were thinking this would be a little tough.
I didn't get one.
Oh. Yeah, you do what, D? Ooh.
Celebrity Birthdays brought to you by Crumble Cookies. Jetson Ross.
Who?
Jetson? Yeah, it's your future version.
That's what I thought you said. Happy birthday to John Mayer.
John Mayer may not be.
Daughters, remember your father.
Everybody.
Daughters is crazy.
Daughters is crazy.
Yeah, that song is just,
Why?
It
what I
makes me
missed?
feel like he's just hey,
Weird.
I will take your daughter.
No, I
will take your
I don't
daughter.
like that at all.
Yeah. A specific set of skills.
Fathers, be good to your daughters,
or else
I
I'll
will
take
take them to bed. I didn't even notice that was a lyric.
It's right
Wow. John Murr is 45. Oh,
44.
No.
43.
He is 46.
43, 45, 44. Wait, what do we have? 43, 44, 45, 46? He's 47.
I
Chris
knew it.
I was going to say 47.
I knew it.
How old is Flea? Red Hot Chili Peppers, right?
Flea. He's older than Anthony Kiedis, his new girlfriend. I can promise you that. Woof.
20s, right?
I would
She's
say
I think
maybe
she's 18.
3 times
Yeah,
older.
I think she's 18. She's either 18 or 19.
19.
You ever notice everybody forgets Jerry Seinfeld was dating like a high schooler?
Not if you look on Twitter. People remember that a lot.
People don't forget.
What was her name? Shoshana
Never knows.
Lonstein. Yeah.
What's the deal with that?
Poor Flea's getting caught in the crossfire here. Hey, fun Flea fact. Fun Flea fact. He came up with the bass line for Alanis Morissette's "You Ought to Know" and played bass on that with Dave Navarro. Also,
I
the
should
Red
have
Hot
known
Chili
that.
Peppers.
He also hated Dave Coulier.
Very much so.
Cut it out.
Flea is 60, an even 60 today.
On the nose.
Ooh.
On the no, his
No.
whole body.
62.
I'll say 67. He looks terrible.
65.
He's
looks
probably like
really
40.
Happy
Right.
birthday, Flea. You look terrible.
He looks
Yeah.
really terrible.
We have a correct answer amongst the group, and it goes to Alan Styles, 62.
Wow.
For the young. Oh my god.
Happy birthday, Naomi Osaka.
Naomi Osaka is she's actually today she's 25.
I'll say 26.
Say 28.
25.
Can I ask how much these were?
No, 24.
I'm just curious. Like,
I really hope they weren't more than like $1.50.
well, you got them.
You know, Trader Joe's, you buy so many things.
Also,
Gets
you
lost
can't
in-
trade there. I've tried it.
I know, so weird.
I've gone in with something, be like, what can I
False
get for this?
advertising.
And they go,
Great people there.
really wonderful.
You ever see Joe?
No, no, I haven't.
It's
You don't know Joe.
he was
you know,
traded.
Joe Pittman.
He was
I
traded.
was traded
He
now.
was actually.
That
yeah,
orange chicken.
We did not get a correct answer, but she's 27.
Oh,
I forget who at 26.
I had 28.
Happy
had
birthday, Sue Bird.
Subert.
Sue Bird.
Jump shots.
Sue Bird
Larry's
is
sister.
37.
No.
40
on the nose.
Wow. What about the rest?
42.
41.
Chris Watkins is closest, 44.
Wow, she's old.
Bryce Harper.
That's my guy.
So you're going to get this.
I believe
Just tell
so.
everybody how old he is today.
I'm doing the math because we face each other.
Oh, how does he tell the story?
Nice
catch, Blanco Nino.
If I'm my age,
He's his age.
he's either 31 or 32. It's 31.
You're going with it?
Yeah.
He's 30 today.
32.
You can take 32, the other age.
32.
Yeah, 2 32s, a 30 and 31. We got a correct answer. He's 32.
Yeah.
Wow. You say
I
you
knew
faced him. Yeah, right.
I did.
Yeah.
We won.
And last
So
one.
Chris's know how old Bryce Harper is.
Yeah, Cordell Stewart.
Peppered Schwammer, man.
Oh,
now that's
slash. Cordell Stewart.
Come on.
Bring it home.
Any day now.
52. Cordell Stewart, Colorado.
52.
252s.
No. He's 50. I mean, at this point, he's 53.
At this point, he should.
55.
54.
Well, we're all over it. We have a correct answer, and it goes to Carmichael Dave.
Yeah, second day in a row. That's how we end.
Case 2.
Niners.
Yeah.
And Mark Davis.
Yeah. Kings, Niners, and Mark Davis. All right. Well,
All in
for
studio.
Jason Ross and Chris Verlot and Coach Plough and Emil Fregoso, they'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you back here on the 28th and at some point next week. Well, go Kings. Light the beam. Bye-bye now.
Patrick Stewart money.